Log on.
Yeah, well, it's not really the theme. It's one of the songs in the show.
Hell yeah.
I love that stupid. It is a stupid show, but I really like it.
I can't hear you. What?
I
Nope.
love I love
They
that
don't pay
stupid.
me.
It.
If they did, then we'd be fine. But that is sketchy as fuck, bro. It's a Ziploc bag. Oh boy. That is dude.
Okay.
They sponsor people, and yet somehow let me know so I can stop this rant. But somehow they cannot. Okay, which shaker do you want? Because I definitely would love this one. But
You can have it.
oh hell yeah.
Mario.
So today the stream is called Malingus 62.
We shared.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. Matt, can you do me a favor? I hate to ask you this. Can you audio test the stream? Because if I do it, it's literally going to echo. Because I have desktop audio on.
Give me just a second. I'm muting myself.
Oh, you.
I appreciate it, Matt. I gotta keep talking so you can hear my audio on the stream. So I'm gonna keep talking. And away we go. The game audio should be slightly lower this time because it was way too fucking loud as of late because I have the game audio turned up to the same level. Let's finish the swimming stages. I never even got all of these. And I guess I'll wait to hear from Matt on how it sounds.
You sound good. I don't know how the rest of us are gonna sound, but
Oh, okay.
you're fine.
If you check again real quick, you'll be able to hear yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna say something and then I'm gonna listen.
Oh.
I was very excited.
Well, I mean, hey, life happens.
Okay, I sound fine.
Cool.
I'm just gonna say Chris is a little quiet on my end. He might not be on.
I think it's because he's talking to Olivia right now.
Oh, what's up?
If you sound good, logically Chris should sound good. Before he was like talking kind of in the background almost. We've started the stream.
Oh, I know. I've heard. My headphones has been on the whole time. Me and Olivia got some stuff in the mail. I don't know how they feel about. I don't know how they feel about me saying stuff. So whatever. But you know.
Who?
It's a company. I'll tell you afterwards.
Oh, okay.
It's not like it's really gonna ruin your stream because I don't know if you're gonna like save this or not. But...
Well, I'm not worried about my stream. If you don't want to say anything for your own concern, that's fine. But I don't think shit will happen.
Yeah, it's just some companies are terrible when you name it without like their permission. So no clue how this one feels. So, anyways, you said you're doing the swimming missions?
I'm in the ocean level. I actually don't know what to do right here.
Like, are you on Dire Docks or
Dire Docks. Oh, I need to talk to this bomb, so he'll open the cannon. That's what it's gonna be. This should be an easy. Like, this is like first Bowser fight stuff right here, so this should be fairly easy. I'm hoping Riley B will hop on to the stream tonight so I can explain myself, because they left a question asking on one of our videos asking, hey, when are you guys live streaming again? And YouTube would not let me respond to it because YouTube are fucking assholes like that sometimes. Like, the comment would show up in my... Yeah, no, the fucking notification would show up. This has happened so many times in other videos. The fucking notification would show up and I could click, but if I tried to click on it, it would not let me respond to it. And then if I went to the video, it would not be there. And then if I went into my comment settings, it wouldn't even be like held for review. It just wouldn't let me interact with it. So I felt bad. They're just asking a question, and it seems like I ignored it, but I tried to answer it.
So in other words, you're gonna start streaming. Well, I'd recommend starting to stream on Twitch.
I mean, maybe I'll do.
Just joking. I'm honestly joking. You don't you don't have to.
It's just for fun. Like I don't really worry about which one's gonna go better because it's just for fun. There are things in the brigade that I would like to have a better audience for, but I kind of at the same time understand why they don't. Like Dungeons and Duckies, I wish more people would watch. If it could be like,
You should probably, actually, you should put that as your front, your thing.
yeah, that one just has like a certain like amount of effort into it that does make me wish more people would watch it. But I'm also not consistent with it, and I should be.
Like at the end of the day, I wish that like Olivia's content got more.
Yeah.
I'm saying this with only us having one episode out, even though that's going to be dated literally today because she did another episode.
Nice. I'm looking forward to seeing the next episode.
Yeah, I'm working on an episode. It's all about motivation and not being depressed.
Oh, nice.
That'll help it come out. That's not what the episode's about. It's really just.
Is it a theme?
No, I'm reviewing Sonic 4. It's just the problem is that I don't have energy, unfortunately, in life right now.
Sorry to hear.
I went, ooh, oh god, oh wow, that tastes bad. Yeah, it's whatever.
Motivation can be a bitch. I feel like I do release a decent amount of videos if you count the Duck Brigade. But I feel like I could definitely be doing more if I gave it a little more effort.
Chris's dad talk here. Like, as much as like I want to say I'll do stuff when Milo goes to sleep, I'm like tired normally. So I'm like, I don't want to have to set up a capture card and then capture footage or maybe film, you know.
Yeah, that has to take a lot out of you. I honestly think just like the idea that it's like you like have to get up and do this every day. Like you don't really have a choice in the matter. Because it's you're responsible for this now. That alone can make you more tired. Just like that knowledge.
Yeah, it's just the problem is like we're trying to make YouTube a thing only because we are just so done with the way everything is right now that it's just easier to do media.
Yeah.
I know it's crazy, but it's easier to do media because everyone's like, oh, it's getting better, but like where we are getting paid what we get paid for like whatever job like Amazon or something, it's just not worth it when you have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You should be getting paid like what you're worth, and it's just so hard because it's near poverty levels to work for so long and not be around your kid. And it sounds stupid, but it's actually very hard to not be around your kid. It hurts.
Yeah.
To not be around them.
Doesn't sound stupid at all.
I'm so used to having family members that are boomers, and they're so like, yeah, but you got to get used to it. Yeah, that's cool. I do have to get used to it, but it really sucks when you could be at home with your smiling child, or you could be with this terrible person at customer service, or worse.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I'm not a parent. I understand. I can't fully understand that, but I mean that makes sense to me.
Yeah, as Olivia just said,
Frick.
She was super upset. Like, she cried every day.
Yeah.
I honestly think maternity leave is something that should be taken a lot more seriously.
Something that is taken a lot more seriously in every country but the United States.
Right?
Yeah! United States.
Well, the thing that's great is that in California, I got a poverty leave. So I was able to leave.
God, I can't get it. Matt, were you saying something before about my performance in this or no?
No.
Okay. I thought I heard you muttering something, but I think I'm just insecure. Gotcha.
Say what?
I said I was agreeing with you.
Well, I heard you agree with Chris, but I don't know. I'm like, I keep forgetting how I have this angle. This is taking way too fucking long for me to accomplish.
So I'm going to change the subject if that's cool.
Oh, go ahead.
So I feel like, and this might just be me, I might be an idiot, so I'm at really more or less of asking you a question. What do you feel is the most underrated? Hello, Bubba. What do you think is the most underrated game console, in your opinion?
I got it. I can only judge it off of consoles I've owned.
Atari 2600.
Really?
No.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from.
There's good stuff about the Atari, but also, like...
It's the Atari.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the Atari.
There's a lot of crap on that system.
I mean, the same thing, like, you could say that with the NES as well, you know?
I have a hard time answering that because I've enjoyed most of my consoles. Like, the ones that I don't enjoy are stuff like the original DS, Game Boy.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I like the 3DS. I don't know. It's kind of based off experience. I liked my DS, but when I look back at it, there weren't a lot of games I had on it that I liked. The 3DS, I actually loved the games I had on it. So if you want to, like, I guess maybe 3DS, because a lot of people badmouth handheld consoles, but I freaking loved my 3DS. I played it a lot more than my Wii U.
I mean, yeah.
The Wii U, I just flat out don't like. God,
the 3DS just kind of carried Nintendo for like the years that it existed.
Yeah.
I
think I'm doing
actually
the wrong
have to
thing.
I have to be an ass, and I have to bring up that I think the Wii U is actually kind of underrated.
I mean, the Wii U had a lot of games for it. It's just, it's part of what makes it bad for me is just how short-lived it was. Sorry, go ahead.
No, see, well, thank God it was, but Nintendo wasn't doing shit with it. It's not the fact that it's underrated because of the games that it had. It's underrated because at the time they were doing stuff, they actually cared about, like, preservation of video games to a degree. Because you were actually able to play Game Boy Advanced games, Nintendo 64, original Wii, and some DS games on a big screen. And that shit still Nintendo has not done. They refuse to even open up like an eShop for old games. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on stream or not, but we've talked about how terrible Nintendo is at it. But the Wii U...
Oh, yeah. I think it's Sonic
actually
Adventure
tried.
we did. I think during that playthrough, you and Stuart were going on about that.
Yeah, it's just Nintendo's bad at preservation, but the Wii U was hope because they allowed you to play games that you can't play to this day without spending a lot of money on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree that Nintendo is really shitty. Preservation, Nintendo, I think, to me, is like the most consistently good company. Like a lot of their games are like, they go for a more cartoonish aesthetic with most of their games, but it's like, still just like, they're so polished. They're so fun.
Terrible. Yeah, I think the thing about the cartoony aesthetic, though, is that it's smarter than going with the realistic aesthetic.
I agree.
Especially if you look back at like some of the games, like even Sonic 4, if you look at that shit, it looks bad.
Yeah. Sonic 4 is fucking shit. I'm sorry.
You know, I actually just got done playing it.
Yeah.
And I have to kind of recoil on it being shit. It's not good.
Episode 2 is better. Episode 2 has good qualities to it. The first one, I think, is unbearable.
Episode 1 has a lot of shit to it, but my biggest problem is how boring it is.
Yeah, it is boring. I kind of like the first level's music, honestly.
Yeah, I'm okay with the music. I feel 50-50 on the music.
Yeah,
like,
it's not amazing, but
oh no, it's not bad, but it's not good either.
Yeah, it's some of the weakest music, but I kind of like the Act 1 music.
Yeah, I think Act 1 is the best, and I think the worst is the boss theme. 'Cause boy, is that trash. That is absolute trash.
God damn it, I can't fucking do this. What am I doing wrong, guys? Chris, can you look at the stream and tell me what I'm doing wrong? Because I've been trying to do this canon for 10 minutes, and it's just nothing's happening. Zero progress.
You have to
Oh boy. Give me a minute.
Little higher than the poles. I haven't been paying super close attention, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've just muted the stream. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's no problem. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to get the edge a little higher than
Okay.
that.
As far as underrated
Slide.
systems go,
You do have to aim under it a little bit. I mean, over it. Sorry, a little bit.
I did that, but I landed on it this time, but I slid it right off because there's too much speed.
you gotta hit the pole.
Yeah,
It's not the platform.
God fucking damn it! That's so obvious, isn't it? I haven't even been trying to do that.
well, I mean, that's one of my that's one of the things that I feel like I didn't say well in our Sonic Adventure, is that Super Mario 64 is a good game, but it does have some sometimes terrible game conveyance.
Yeah, this game is pretty bad about, like, what am I supposed to be doing here?
Oh yeah, there's that one thing in like I think it's like this one of the it might be the second level of the game, where you literally have to launch yourself into the edge of one of the platforms and it breaks off, and there's a star there, and it's like that is not well communicated at all. I found that out because of the internet.
Yeah, it's just one of those games that like I go back to and I play it and I go, how the fuck did I do this as a kid? Just kidding, I didn't. I didn't play Mario 64 as a kid.
I never beat it as a kid.
Okay, so here's the weird thing, is that Mario was never on my radar as a kid. I grew up with Zelda, so...
I never grew up with Zelda, and I almost kind of wish I did. I wish I got that experience. I'm open-minded to check them out still, but I did not play a single Zelda game growing up. I watched my brother play Ocarina of Time once.
Can I give you a recommendation that is very unpopular?
Is it going to be like recommended Twilight Princess?
Is Twilight Princess bad now? Are people shitting on that one now?
I think people liked it, then they shit on it, and now they're defending it again. I don't even play Zelda games and I see this shit.
That's what I was confused, because everybody... That's how Zelda works, is everybody, like, praises it for a month, and then they shit on it, and then they love it again.
Ocarina of Time is actually the worst game ever made. 1 month
Ocarina
later.
of Time, the best Zelda game ever made, or is it? Which is my content in general, so I shouldn't be shitting. But
Yeah, I think me and you both do that, and then we defend, and then we, like... I think me, you, and Stuart are both I see this so much in the Persona series. We're very critical, but we also make fun of critics so fucking much.
well, the thing is, with me, the fact is that I try not to realistic. I like to play more of a devil's advocate, because
Yeah.
no matter what...
I did it, guys.
Great. No matter what, as long as the game isn't 100% broken,
Yeah.
it's fine by me. Somebody will enjoy it at that point. But everybody... Because, I mean, my big thing is I play retro games, so Super Nintendo, NES, Atari and shit. So what people say are bad to me is like nothing. It's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Well,
So-
keep this in mind too. People love to bringing Sonic back into it. People love to shit on Sonic 06, but Jesse Pinkman in Breaking Bad played that game and he was having the time of his fucking life.
I mean, Jesse Pinkman's like high throughout all of his life.
Oh, it's so funny. I love
I
that.
wish
So
they
they had to they promoted some video games for Breaking Bad, and like this is like after Sonic 06. So they were promoting Sega, but they picked Sonic 06 as the game that he was playing. So Jesse is just playing Sonic 06 on multiplayer mode with a kid, and he is having the fucking time of his life doing it.
I wish I had the balls to reference something like that in my own content.
It's really funny.
What were you about to say about underrated shit? I'm so sorry.
I was gonna say, I think people turned on the Wii pretty fast. Like, it was
Oh,
really
hell yeah.
popular when it came out, and then everyone turned on it.
It's a good point, yeah.
I think, and I kind of get why. Like, there was very low quality control on a lot of the games released. There was a lot of crappy shovelware, but there's a lot of good games for Wii too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree with that. I
think
do
the-
agree.
The one thing is I've been working on a lot of Wii reviews, and one of my favorite points that I like to bring up is that when you buy the Wii, I've heard so many people bitch about waggle controls or pointing controls. It's kind of, that's like bitching about the PlayStation having a controller that looks the same. You know damn well that's what you were getting into when you bought it. And the
Yeah.
Wii has a lot of really good games, with some really good motion control to it. There's
It
a lot of
had.
games that don't have it, but
For people who shit on the Wii, I'll say this: Brawl was a good game. Mario Kart for the Wii was all like Mario Kart's always pretty much a given. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But then you got Galaxy. I think Wii Sports is fun. I think Wii Sports is a fun
Oh,
game.
Wii Sports is a good game.
who says Wii
Wii
Sports
S-
isn't fun?
I don't know if that's a
have no
popular
soul.
opinion. You got Wii
They
Sports
have like
Resort.
absolutely no soul if they think that.
Honestly, if you want to look at Sonic games, I thought Black Knight was okay. I had fun with Black Knight. It's so fucking easy. It's such a simple game, but I liked it.
I love and respect you, Michael, but I disagree. Me and you have some weird ass Sonic tastes.
Yeah, I think so. It's okay. Do you guys know how to get that star that's in the like at the bottom of the ocean, like with that fan going up
You
at
need
it?
Mario.
Oh, I have that unlocked. Wait, no, do I? No, I don't yet. I was in the level where you unlock it, but I didn't get that unlocked yet. I gotta go. Okay. Man, I should have gone back there first. Do I have to get out of the water before it will let me exit? Jeez.
I think I'm changing my opinion on one of the most underrated consoles. Actually,
Wii might be my answer now that I think about it. I think there's other good games on the Wii that I liked, and they're not coming to my head yet, but I remember having fun with it. I did have some games where the gimmick I felt got in the way, like I'm not too big on Wario Land Shake It. I love the visuals made for that game.
yo, that game's dope. Give it a second chance.
Okay, maybe I can give it I have it. I could give it a second chance.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love that game.
The
Probably
animation and
because of the visuals.
artwork. Yeah, I already praised that though. I love the visuals, but I just
Oh,
didn't,
no,
I didn't love the gimmick
Well,
of running up to things and shaking the Wii remote.
No, I heard you. I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, that's the only reason why I let it slide, though.
It is a good game though. I mean, visually it is a good game, but
Yeah.
I've never been too into the Wario games. Like I had Wario Land 3 on the Game Boy, and so it's neat. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's for me. I played that one on the GameCube, like the 3D one on the GameCube, because my friend Nick had it, and I wasn't that into that one either.
I like Wario because of how it makes you feel versus how it is. Like, where Mario can get his ass kicked, Wario cannot die in, like, Wario Land 2 and 3.
Uh-huh.
So,
yeah,
I think it's kind of cool that,
It kind of deforms him instead.
Yeah. Like, in Mario Land, it's just, I like how powerful you feel as Wario, where Mario, you kind of are a bitch to a degree.
Oh, when is Waluigi getting his game?
Never.
Probably. Honestly, I don't know if Nintendo would embrace a meme that much.
I think...
Nintendo just doesn't like Waluigi because they didn't make him, right?
Yeah, that's
like,
the truth.
Someone else made Waluigi for Mario Tennis, and Nintendo is just like not interested in using him for anything.
Aside
Even
from
though
like, the party
fans
games.
Even though he has lots of fans, they're just like, he's not our character.
Forget exactly where to go, but I'll figure it out.
I'm changing my opinion to the most underrated, and I know it's going to sound stupid, but I think the Neo Geo Gold is one of the most underrated consoles, and it was because of the decision to make it so expensive.
I'm not too familiar with that one.
It's SNK's console, which are the people that brought you Terry Bogard in Smash Bros.
Oh, okay.
I think SNK, in my opinion, from fighter games and even arcade games, rivaled like stuff like Capcom and Sega. And if they weren't so ambitious, they would probably still be around as a bigger company today. It's just their games were always like overshadowed by other fighting games, or they just were known as like. Have you ever heard of a game called Metal Slug? Oh hey,
I hurt myself.
I'm sorry.
I hurt myself today.
Hey Michael, have you heard of Metal Slug?
No. How you doing, Mitzi?
Oh yeah. Hey, do you want to hear something absolutely fucking buck wild?
What's that?
What?
I have a bone disease.
Yeah,
They did like an X-ray, right, to make sure nothing was like broken or displaced. Because like I went to the doctor, and what they found out that I have to go see to get like a surgery for is there's a hole in my bones.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
You
It's
scared
just,
me.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
no,
little bit.
I'm fine. there's like a hole in my bones, and if they put the medicine in it, and then they have to fill it in with artificial bone. So now my bone won't deteriorate anymore.
I mean,
But then
you
later in
legitimately
another
scared the
week
shit
they
out of
have
me.
to put the thing inside my. They have to put a thing inside my bones to make sure that it doesn't. Well, basically they fill it in with fake bone.
See, I told you, you shouldn't have your skeleton on the outside.
The thing is, like, they caught it early, so they were like, "Yeah, we gotta get rid of this. We gotta make sure your
that's
bones are
good.
okay." Yeah,
Yeah, no, thankfully you're okay. That scared the shit out of me.
yeah. No, I'm okay. But yeah, basically, it was like due to like trauma. Like basically, it's like if you have a certain like trauma to like your bones as like a kid, it can like there's like a certain like nerve that starts dying where it can like I don't know the fucking endonologist or whatever was talking about it and he's like yeah so you have hole in your bone and we're gonna fill in the hole.
Well, it's good that it seems like it's under control at the very least.
Oh
But,
yeah, it is under control.
But that's good.
Yeah.
Sorry you're going through that though. It sounds
Yeah,
weird.
no.
It sounds frustrating regardless.
Yeah. I should be fine though. I'm healing fine. I can like open my mouth to talk and stuff like that, so like I'm fine.
Hello, Riley. I'm glad you're here, Riley, because I was just talking about this on stream earlier. I tried to respond to your comment asking about the live stream, and YouTube would not fucking let me for some reason. I clicked on it, and it was just your comment didn't. It showed me the notification when I tried to click on it to reply. There was no option to reply. Then when I went to the video, your comment wasn't there. So I am sorry I could not answer when we were doing this. Although to be fair, it was decided last second that we were doing this.
I think you should totally do a Twitch.
Why?
I don't know. It's better than YouTube.
I mean, granted, I don't know a lot about Twitch, but I also don't know if they don't. I also don't know if maybe they don't make it so you literally can't reply to people. YouTube does this to me all the time. It's not just on the Brigade; it's on my own channel too. I'll get a comment where there's nothing wrong with it, and then YouTube, why can't I get this fucking dinosaur over there? What am I doing wrong?
What Discord is this? Where somebody's talking about Power Rangers, and yet I don't know about this.
What are you talking about?
Somebody in a Discord that I'm with is talking about Power Rangers, and I am not involved with it.
I only watched Power Rangers as a kid.
What is this guy just spinning?
I'm sorry, what'd you say? Michael exploded.
I can't tell you anything about Power Rangers.
Direction you're facing.
Does he?
Yes.
God, I'm fucking stupid tonight. Yeah, okay, that Riley's saying that too in the chat. Okay. I didn't know that. I don't know anything. Okay, this away. Go, Mongo, go.
Is that his name?
My friend in another Discord server I'm in will not stop posting. They're basically eating dog treats.
They're eating Scooby snacks.
They're eating literal dog treats and then posting their reviews to the Discord.
Sounds like my kind of person. I ate ghost pepper ramen today. I'm taking video of it because I'm doing research. And it really didn't burn my mouth up that much. I made a post on it on the server. I was my stomach was burning for like 2 hours. That wasn't fun. Wait, is this? That's gonna take me to the outside. Yeah, I think it's gonna take. I think I almost screwed myself.
See, eating dog treats and reviewing them reminds me of a scene from UHF.
From who? What?
From UHF, Weird Al's movie. There's a scene where they're supposed to be doing a sponsored plug for like some sort of cookie or something, but they grab the wrong box and it's dog treats, so the guy's just like eating dog treats on TV.
Does he like them?
No.
No.
Oh. Well, he probably just has bad taste in them, if we're being honest.
Because it's also immediately after he got hit in the face with a frying pan.
Hit in the face of a frying pan?
Mm-hmm. And the actor actually did get hit with a frying pan. But he was wearing clown makeup, so they couldn't see the blood and just, like, kept filming.
Oh, God.
So yeah, I am showing my friend Infinity Train tonight. They're upstairs now. They're making dinner, which is just they're just making some SpaghettiOs. And we're just gonna eat SpaghettiOs and watch Infinity Train.
Nice. I'll get to Infinity Train soon enough.
You definitely should, but I can't say anything because I haven't seen the last season. So
I would love to watch it. I've said this before. I'm mainly only rewatching shows now because I'm watching shows while I edit.
yeah, I just don't have time to. Well, I have time. I just don't dedicate it to watching anything. I more or less have tried to find ways to relax.
Yeah.
I know you want the Star Wars one, so I will take the princess one.
Good friend. You're a good friend.
Yeah, I'll take the princess one.
I'm gonna go back to that water level now. Finish those up.
We are adults. We are adults, and this is what we have chosen for our adult meal tonight.
It'd be much more adult of you to get into a fight over it, though, of who gets the princess one and who gets the Star Wars one.
Yeah.
Well, see, what you need like matching onesies. Or
Yeah.
like onesies. No, Pokemon onesies or Mario. Either way.
Wait.
We have onesies. We don't have matching onesies though.
Is that
We
childhood
do
trauma?
matching onesies.
Okay.
Homie, you need to get matching onesies. I don't normally judge people's lives, but if you ain't got matching onesies, you ain't homies. Just saying.
I played
That's
Lunch
true,
Lady on
that's
Steam
true.
the other day, and it's a weird horror game.
That's exactly what it should be. That's exactly what we should get. We should get the matching. We should. When I get my Tails onesie, I should get them a Sonic onesie.
Exactly. You should do that. That's how we do it on the streets.
I'm gonna get a Robotnik onesie. Okay, I'm gonna read the message. I played Lunch Lady on Steam the other day, and it's this weird horror game, and it's honestly kind of fun for $5. I might check it out. I don't have Steam on my current computer. I have it on my old one just because I'm trying not to get too much stuff on this one. Am I gonna be able to get there in
Is
time?
it like a computer or is it like a laptop?
It's a laptop. Both of my computers are. How the fuck do I get to that on time?
You could do a jump, like one of those long jumps, or I believe one of the shells has one at the bottom.
One of the shells has one? One of the metal?
I believe so.
Guys, when I finally play Dragon Quest, and I will, should I stream it?
If you want to, I would say don't. The only issue of streaming it is, you should just try your best to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm not gonna stream. I'm not gonna stream Final Fantasy VII because I want to just like the story the first time. You guys have
Yeah.
a disc.
If you want to, I will totally help you out with it 100%.
Because I think it'd be fun to just watch somebody going in blind. And I'm like, that could be fun for you guys.
Yeah, I think it would be fun to do a blind RPG, especially if you have friends on board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely be down to join you for that. Hold on. I'm trying to find this metal block. I do have a Discord, Riley, but it is primarily just for work-related things, so I'm not really adding a lot of people to it right now.
This is just kind of, when we are talking on Discord, it's usually because we work on stuff together.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
So YouTube is probably the best way to stay in touch with us for now. What was that? We do have a Facebook, but we don't update it at all. Yeah, but we don't like I said, we have a Discord, but we legitimately don't add anyone to it. It's been like 4 or 5 people for like a long time now, and it's
If you
just
count-
and
yeah,
it's
there
just
you
for it's just for work. God damn it, I fucked up. But if you ever interact on YouTube, on the, either on the live stream or comments, I'll always respond if YouTube will fucking let me. That genuinely made me angry that it would not let me respond to, like, because it's not just your comment. It happens so frequently on my own channel, and it's annoying as hell.
I mean, most likely
YouTube.
Michael will always answer because Michael's the mother duck.
Michael is mommy duck.
Why does YouTube choose which comments I am and am not allowed to respond to?
I have no clue. It's not just your thing either. It's
I know it's not just me, but it's stupid that it does that. Because here's the thing with a lot of YouTubers,
do a ground pound if you can.
I'll try to do a ground pound. Yeah, oh, that's a good
I think
idea.
you're stuck.
Well, I can't when I'm
well.
when I'm stuck. I gotta do it like when I go into the water. I think.
Yeah, I think
Because
the game gets you stuck, right?
Say that again.
It normally like sticks you when you hit the water. Like whatever you were doing last, you get screwed with if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think I just need to ground pound when I enter the water, and I'll go down quicker. That'd be my guess. What were we saying just a second ago?
We were talking about comments and how you're the mother duck.
Oh, for the longest time, I would have said that was Zach just because he uploaded Duckcast. He was like the only person uploading videos. I didn't do the ground pound. I failed to do that.
Well, I mean, both of you are mommy ducks, I guess. So.
Yeah, but that
One of you
now
has
I'm
to
the
be
only.
the daddy duck.
Now I'm the only. Okay, so I'll be the mommy. Zach can be the daddy. Fuck.
And I'm the very distant uncle that sometimes comes
Yeah.
around.
YouTube is a whole shit show itself. I've had problems with it all the time. YouTube's annoying.
Alright,
Yeah.
guys, I am going to go now. I will talk to you guys later.
Talk to you later, Mitsu.
Love you.
Goodbye, Mitzi.
Bye-bye. Yeah, no, YouTube is a shit show. It always has been. I think me and Matt experienced it a lot because we both I mean, Chris is surely enough going to deal with it sooner or later. I think Olivia is safe with comics.
You would be surprised. Actually, believe it or not, no matter what you guys have, we actually have to edit everything, or our videos will just dip. They won't be picked up. We have to literally hand edit the speech bubbles.
I actually have noticed that you do that, and I've also noticed. Oh man, you're right. I forgot about that. I was gonna ask you guys about that because I noticed that in Olivia's video, and I've also noticed a ton of other YouTubers doing that.
Yeah, it's because it's funny, they can't copyright the pictures for some reason, but if we use the words, even if they're like, you know, we have to edit them. So there's
You
a
know
lot
what would
of
be
pain with that.
hilarious? You know what would be hilarious, and I'm sure it might be too much work to add to the process, but if you put your own text in.
You know what? I would totally do that if we had more time.
So I'll just say it. Me, not just me and Matt. Me, Matt, Chris, and Olivia have to deal with a lot of YouTube's annoying side because they're really bad about copyright. I will say,
I think
just
I
to
have
give
it less than both of you guys though, because I can do gameplay footage and not get fucked.
yeah, probably, but I don't know. Like
Oh no,
Matt.
it has its problems. You know?
Yeah. Matt has mentioned, has mentioned before that I seem to get the worst of it. The only thing I'll say is I think Matt is really good with picking more obscure things to talk about. I think the only thing that Matt has like more potential to deal with YouTube copyright is personally offending the director.
I have personally offended a few directors.
because it's more obscure, they're more bound to look at. Like my Shark Tale video got claimed, but nobody who worked on Shark Tale saw my video.
No.
You know, the problem is they probably did, but they're probably like, yeah.
No, they didn't. They didn't. They wouldn't spend time watching that.
See, hold on. That's where I think you might be wrong. You would be surprised on how many editors and or writers watch this shit. Like Will Smith never will see your stuff, but
Maybe.
like an editor or writer probably looks it up every now and then because people are vain.
I will say if I made something in Hollywood, I would be curious about what YouTubers were saying about it. I would be curious to watch like videos about my thing.
I'm very conscious of the fact that like a lot of the smaller movies I look at, there's a good chance the director's gonna find the video. And I have had positive interactions and I have had negative interactions with directors.
You got to interview one of them not too long ago, maybe like a year ago.
Yeah, it was about a year ago now. He said he was gonna send me some stuff and then he never did. So
make another video about him talking shit about him.
Yeah, Ford Austin, the director of Dahmer vs. Gacy, was very polite.
There's
also
metal cap in another cave.
So, you had a question, and you asked it. What is it like to do movie content? Like, how do you do that shit? Because that takes, like, a way different mindset than gaming and comics. Like, well, how do you guys do this?
Matt's a better person.
In general.
I think Matt's the best person to ask for that, because my channel, I do a lot of stuff that's, like... I occasionally deal with movie stuff, but honestly, like, a lot of my videos, it's... Matt definitely does, like, more, like, movie riff sort of thing, where he's, like... It's, like, pretty consistent with his channel.
So, can you do me a huge favor, Matt? Can you send me your channel on Discord so I can subscribe?
Sure. I have it open in the other tab.
That's a good...
Okay.
Thank you for the tip, Riley. I think I probably got it this time.
It really depends on which
or maybe not.
Video I'm working on, because I do a lot of stuff. Like my main show, Matt's Fun Time Bad Movie Show. That's actually pretty easy. I'll usually just like sit down and like watch the movie and write as I am watching the movie. Like, I'll pause the movie and be like, okay, I'm gonna write about this, I'm gonna write about this, I'm gonna write about this. I do have some videos where I stop and, like, actually analyze the movie, and it's not just me pointing out how bad it is. And those take a little more effort, but I don't know, you watch the movie and then you write about it.
Mac,
I can't do that shit.
for me, I have a hard time doing that too. Not even, I think it's just not my thing. I really like watching Matt's videos on it, and I do like, I used to really like Nostalgia Critic and all of that. I mean, hell, way back in the day, I liked it when JonTron did it, but he gave up on that, like, really quickly.
Because I can see why, you know. But I mean, JonTron gave up on almost everything he started.
JonTron's content is something completely different now. I'm not he can do whatever he wants. I'm not personally a fan of the newer videos.
I'm 50-50. I like some of this stuff.
God.
Michael, I know I've told you this story, but it's a story I really like. I met JonTron once.
I don't remember you telling me this.
No. It was a band trip to New York, and my friends and I were like joking about celebrities who live in New York. And at the time,
yeah, you did.
And we were all Game Grumps fans, and this was like less than a year after John had left Game Grumps.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, you told me this.
So we're like, oh, JonTron lives in New York. Maybe we'll see JonTron. So the whole week we're there, one of my friends just like periodically, he'll be like, oh guys, look, JonTron. And we'd all, every time we fell for it, we'd turn around and there was no JonTron. And then the last day in New York City, we're sitting in a subway station, waiting for the subway to come, and one of the chaperones is like, oh hey, doesn't that guy have like a YouTube channel? And my friend looks up and he's like, guys, it's JonTron. And we're like, yeah, right, Ben.
God.
Of course it's JonTron. It's been JonTron all week. And he like takes off across the subway station and we're like, where is he going? Oh, it actually is JonTron. So we rode the subway with JonTron for a little while.
So I can't personally tell any YouTube stories. because I'm connected to a few. So I'm sorry. You can ask me after the stream. I'll tell you anything.
Yeah, you've like worked with other YouTubers. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but I can tell you my favorite celebrity story.
Go ahead.
So I was at E3, and I don't know how this happened. It was E3. What year was it? It was the one where we were. I think A Link to the Past or whatever. I think 2018 or whatever. It was the Grim Fandango thing.
Man, I can't get it. I just can't get this fucking star.
I think there's another metal cap somewhere.
Right. Oh, it's in this cave,
yeah.
and that's the one that they mentioned.
So
Here's
the deal.
There's been 3 I've been able to find so far, but I think I'm fucking this up.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I had to confirm with Olivia this one. So I was at E3, 2019, and some guy asks me where the stage event is. It's LA Live, right? And I'm just like passively going, oh, it's here, you take a left, whatever. And I don't recognize this dude at all, right? He was asking about the Grim Fandango event. So I thought, oh, it's a voice actor from Grim Fandango, because I wasn't looking. I was too busy being distracted by Doug Bowser passing out Zelda pendants, these little Link things. And some dude's like, oh my god, Jack Black's on the floor! Yeah! And I turn around to the guy that was asking me directions, was Jack Black. I did not know Jack Black grew a beard, I didn't know his height. I didn't know shit. So it was just Jack Black. He asked me directions and left. And I'm sitting there like, son of a bitch.
That's a good story.
So that whole con, I'm sitting there like, man, wouldn't that be cool if that happened again? It never happened again. I was so fucking upset.
I think I would have gone at a time if I didn't get hit with the eel. I've spoken to 3 YouTubers that I like and made it into one of their videos. And I will be in one of their videos soon.
Thank you. I know that I'm a pretty decent YouTuber.
Oh, of course, my favorite. No, I don't think I've been in. I don't think I've been in one of your videos, Chris. I don't think that's happened. No, I did. I was in the podcast. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna apologize. It's storming on my end. If you can hear that.
I can't hear it at all, so I'm good.
Okay.
I got to talk to Jack's Films, Make Me Bad 35, and 3GI. 3GI, I get to be in Shrek 2 Retold, so I'm happy about that. I haven't spoken to him a ton or anything like that, but I had like a little bit of interaction with him and and another one of the people running the project. Jack's Films, I have a video that I made unlisted because I went onto a stream and basically I was doing a troll thing and it's embarrassing now. At the time I thought it was hilarious. It was a stupid joke for a video, but the joke was like I was doing a live stream and no one came on, and Jack's Films was doing a live stream and he had a bunch of people, so I said, this is the only reason no one's on my live stream. I'm gonna go into his live stream and call him out, and I recorded it. I was pretty young. I was like, I think I was still in high school when I did this, and I did it as a joke for the video, and I thought that like it was just like an in-character thing because I always played an asshole on my channel. And then I actually fucking made it onto the call. And it's and then I just like I went along. Okay, I finally got the star, and I just went through with it. I made it unlisted because I'm embarrassed of it now. And I'm gonna give Jack credit for Jack a lot of credit for this. He played along with that, and I appreciate that so much because what I did was so cringeworthy that it could have backfired on me so much. It could have backfired so much, but he went along with it, and I have a lot of respect for him for doing that because it was a really embarrassing thing that I did.
I'm gonna say this. I'm very proud of you for going through with it because most people wouldn't have the balls to do that.
I can send you guys the video later. It's on my channel, Beamus 100 channel still, but I made it unlisted.
I don't. This has nothing to do with what you said, but I do have. It doesn't have anything to do with regrets. But I've learned I have a talent for being. Me and Olivia have a talent for being in videos that we don't know about.
It's so funny because I think me and Zach have had this like as a running joke before, where it's like, yeah, I was watching a video and Chris and Olivia showed up in it. Because you showed up in an Arlo video we were watching, when you showed up in a Channel Awesome panel I saw, you showed up in a panel that Black Nerd did. I swear, when I was a big fan of Nostalgia Critic, there was just one day where just completely for fun, I was listening to one of his panel videos while I worked on stuff, and I bet, and I was like, that's fucking Chris's voice. Then I opened the video up and there you are.
Yeah, I have a talent for either being in places I'm not supposed to, or being in videos that I don't know about. I still get sent videos of places that apparently I've been, and I'm like, okay, cool, no one told me about this. So...
Yeah, most of the ones I've seen you pop in were panel videos, because you would just go to a lot of conventions, but then there was like an Arlo video where he did a big community thing. But it wasn't like a panel video, it was a video on his channel, and then you were there. I was like, hey, it's Chris.
Yeah, like, the thing that's funny about the panel videos is that, yes, it happens to be that way, but I've ran into those people outside of the panel in weird situations.
Mm-hmm.
So, like...
Yeah. What am I doing, Chris?
I don't know. I ask that question every day.
I'm gonna get out of this.
Oh, well, you're
level.
in the maze.
I'm gonna get out of the maze. I'm gonna go to the fire level instead.
I think, yeah, I think one of the things that's weird about YouTube, meeting YouTubers on a level, because I can say this without spoiling anybody or outing anybody, I feel like the thing that I hate about meeting YouTubers is that they act like they're better than you. Some of them do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them lack self-awareness to a degree where you're like, you're a YouTuber, dude. You know?
Yeah.
And I can say that it sucks to meet some of those ones that are just absolute shit.
Yeah, I'm fortunate to not have to have an experience like that, but I feel I try to be self-aware enough, like, even if, like, my favorite YouTuber, like, say I met fucking YMS in public, and he was just a fucking asshole to me, it wouldn't, like, ruin me or anything, you know?
I mean, you have to depend on, like, what I'm talking about is, like, you know... See, like, if he is, I'll give him, like, somewhat of a benefit of a doubt, because it depends on how you're meeting somebody.
Well, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I think if I notice a YouTuber I like in public, I'm probably gonna leave them alone. Not that I think it's fine to go up to someone and say, like, hey, I really like your stuff. But I probably am just gonna leave them alone. I don't really have much to gain personally from doing that.
Yeah, the thing is, as a person that wants to do more of YouTube, I feel like if it was me personally, I don't mind people coming up, but it depends on what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, if I'm out with Milo and somebody's like, hey, you got this, I'd be like, no, fuck off for a minute.
Yeah,
you know?
For me, if I was put in that situation, like, let's say I have a big channel, and someone comes up to me, I'd be fine. I think if it was like I was on the phone, I just got bad news, I was in a public place, and someone came up to me, I would have to be, like, polite and say, yeah, sorry, bad time right now.
Yo, Michael, we should get the Exploding Duck Brigade huge.
Just so I can get drunk and like, throw, like, a tantrum at a fan. Someone says, hey, I really like your stuff. Okay. And then I, like, have a hot coffee and I just pour it in their face.
Do you know who I am? I'm Michael from the Exploding Duck Brigade. I am the mother duck. Who are you?
I'm Michael fucking Bemis. Who the fuck are you?
I created the Duck Brigade. I have surpassed Namco High. What have you done?
Imagine it, like, not when we've gotten popular, like, just now, showing up at a con and being like, fuck you, don't you know who I am? I'm Michael from the Exploding Duck Brigade.
Well, I mean, looking at you're farther than all of us are to a degree.
Oh, well, Matt had... Oh, fuck. Well, Matt has the biggest channel out of all of us.
Yeah.
Subscribers, but I don't do great on viewers.
I don't do great on viewers either.
I feel like YouTube just doesn't promote the right shit. And I know that sounds unfair, but
Well,
I feel
part
like
of the problem is, like, I'll have a video that just goes super viral, and then, like, everyone will subscribe because of that, and then, like, I won't make any more content like that, and I won't get any more views because everyone subscribed for that one thing I did.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, I mean, childhood trauma was definitely my biggest hit.
Yeah, for a while it was childhood trauma. My
God damn it.
Killer Bean Forever video got really big.
Yeah, the timing on that one was just perfect.
Yeah, that was purely good timing. It wasn't because it wasn't even that popular for the first couple months it was out, and then Critical talked about it, and then it became a big meme. And at the time, I was pretty much the only person on YouTube who had talked about it. So it's like, oh, I talked about the meme before everyone else.
You know, I hate when a YouTuber has the same idea as you, so then you don't do a video. Or at least I do that.
I
don't know if I need to. I don't think I have to get the coin, but I'm gonna try it.
I've definitely had issues like that before. But yeah, that one, the Killer Bean Forever, childhood trauma. Obviously, like anytime I mention Dingo Pictures, it blows up. But Mr. Saberspark was very nice to give me a shout out. So thank you, Saberspark.
That was neat. Yeah, I thought that was really cool when that happened.
It's funny because he like tweeted at me, and like I got the notification on my phone, and it was like something from Saberspark, and I'm like, oh, this is like I thought it was like someone had liked one of his tweets, and I'm like, I don't care what Saberspark has to say, and then it's like at Matt Presents. Oh, hold on, this is directed at me personally. Okay, I do care what this says.
Riley, do you like any YouTubers? Are there any that you want to point out? But anyway, yeah, no.
Homie, that's some good interaction you got right there.
I'm bad at interacting with the people in the chat, but if Riley's still there, I just want to be curious.
Person in the chat.
How the fuck do I get to that other pillar?
Which pillar?
Up over there.
Use the tornado.
I'm trying to use the tornado, but I don't build up enough momentum with that.
You gotta get it at a weird angle, and it, is closer to it.
Fuck you, Shy Guy.
Or you can do a long jump.
I was gonna try to do a long jump, but it's kind of hard to do that in the sand right here because you keep sinking.
Oh, you could also kill the Shy Guy and get it too.
Well, I can't kill the Shy Guy from where I am right now. But...
yeah, I can see that.
Okay, there we go. Because for this one, I gotta like hit all pillars. Oh, yeah, fuck off!
What?
Oh, yeah. If you look at the stream, you would see why I said that, but don't worry about
it. You jump off, or...
No.
Oh. I think the only thing I know that it's really funny because I feel like I've been noticed, but that's only because like it was in Michigan, and I was like the only person at the time doing shit like what we did in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's funny because it's like, you're stupid Smash Bros. I'm like, yeah, and then they like, I don't know what videos you do, but I see you at cons a lot. You record them, or out here I got a shout out for doing stupid Smash Bros. But that's because I was with Richie at the time.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten any sort of recognition like that. But come on, I was on it. I should have been able to walk up.
The only time I have ever had anyone recognize me, primarily because of YouTube, is like it was a friend of a friend, and we were like meeting up. Actually, because my friend was about to propose to his girlfriend, right? And so he wanted all of us there when he did it, and it was like one of his friends from college, and he recognized me because of YouTube. You are.
The only thing I ever had like that, and I don't know, I'll say it was weird, but I won't say it's because he recognized me per se. But it was very weird. It was very weird because it was so specific that he could have been aware of my YouTube channel and just didn't want to say it. Because I forget exactly what it was, but we were talking about, like, it was a film class I had at college. And I was saying something about, like, film, like something about film appreciation. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was saying something really positive, like saying I really like it when a movie does so-and-so, so-and-so. And then one of the other students looked at me, and he could have just been looking at me because he was talking to me, because I was the one talking, but he gave me this look and said, yeah, like Shark Tale. And in my head, I was like, what the fuck do you know?
That's very specific.
I think he might have been aware of it. It's possible he was aware of my channel and didn't wanna, and was being shy about it, but no, I don't know. Maybe he thought it was, maybe like Shark Tale's kind of a meme outside of my channel, so it's not like I'm the only one who kind of laughs at that movie. But it was just the way he looked at me when he said it that made me think maybe he's aware.
Yeah,
I think.
No, sorry, what?
Nothing. The funny thing is, it's not like I did talk to that guy afterwards. We actually worked on several projects together, but I never asked him. I never asked him for further elaboration on that, because I was just like, I don't really feel like bringing that up if that's not why he said it.
Yeah, the problem with me is I don't like to talk about my YouTube channel or existence. Because whenever somebody asks,
God
hey,
damn it!
YouTube, I'm normally around other bigger YouTubers, and I'm like, I don't want to sound like an asshole and be like, yeah, I used to dress up as Mario in the park and fight my friends. To a shitty narrative that I wrote when I was like 13, 14, yeah.
God damn it, I'm having such a bad time.
I feel like anytime somebody asks about my channel, the best way to describe it is, I copied Rich Alvarez, and then I worked for Rich Alvarez, so I'm just a failure the whole way around. By the way, Richie, if you ever come across this, I will still do editing. Just kidding, I won't do that shit anymore. It's
Richie.
Cleared up. It's not anything personal, if you guys are wondering. Oh, it is, but it isn't.
Hey, Richie, if you ever come across this, I'll do editing.
Yeah.
Yeah, depends on what he's paying, but yeah, I'd do editing for Rich Alvarez.
I would edit at least one. I would do one video for free, just to say I edited a Rich Alvarez video. I would have to. If all the fucking videos me and Zach have done on him, I would have to.
Yeah, I get it.
No, see, the awkward shit is that I made a video about Rich Alvarez literally the day before I met him in Michigan. So it was really awkward.
Was it a somewhat critical video?
It was talking about how what he did was good, but how it's just not. It was me talking about how it was a hot take, if you will, on how what he was doing was good and how it declined. But I ended it on a high note. But it's still awkward because you don't know how people take things, because I still did bring up that I didn't like,
I think that there should be, I don't know, I feel like there should be a little bit of self-awareness with him. Like, he got a better camera, he probably, like, I think cut-in-wise he became a better editor, but I think he also puts less time into his videos now, for understandable reasons. It's not like his life anymore.
It's just the problem is, at the time, I was still known for stupid. I think I could say Nostalgia Goggles was doing that more than anything else at that time, but I can say, though, that when you're a channel that's made off of his show, and then you have the balls to kind of, like, shit on him, even if it's minor, it's kind of ballsy. And that's why I didn't want him to
I keep fucking it up. No.
I probably could never meet Doug Walker.
You would
like, honestly, I'd say hi, I'd be like, nice to meet you, and then I would just leave.
You would be honestly surprised on how much shit that guy gets in person. So like, no matter what you say, it's probably not the worst thing he's heard.
Almost ironically, though, and I don't think he knows about this. Saberspark is one of the few YouTubers I had mentioned, like, on my channel ever, because I released a video on, like, media from my childhood that didn't hold up, and in the video I talked about Gaither's Pond, and I'm like, I need to just do a review of Gaither's Pond. And the same day I put that video out, Saberspark put out a review of Gaither's Pond. So when I finally got around to reviewing Gaither's Pond, I'm like, goddamn Saberspark, jacking my steez. And it was cheek. It wasn't like I was actually mad at him, but it was, you know.
I think
Like,
he'd have a sense of humor.
Yeah, oh darn, more popular YouTuber than me talked about the obscure thing I wanted to talk about.
I've said this in other video. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, I honestly feel bad or like shitty when I reference another YouTuber because of how like the economy of YouTube is now, of where it's like a sin to reference another YouTuber, even if it's in a positive light. It just feels so fucking weird now. I don't know. It seems like back in the day they used to reference each other, and now they're like, no, fuck that. That's not happening.
I appreciate sincerity, so I don't care about that sort of thing. If a YouTuber does not like me talking about them and they ever were vocal about that, I would respect their wishes and stop talking. Like if Rich Alvarez ever sent me a message saying, "Hey, I don't appreciate the videos you and Zach make about me," I would stop making them. I wouldn't like. I don't think I'd take the ones down, or I'd at least make them unlisted so I could still watch them. But it would be like, if what I'm doing is I know is actively pissing Richie off, I wouldn't want bad blood between us, so I wouldn't do that. I would stop. But at the same time, I don't feel bad about any of the videos I've done on him because it's just it's completely honest.
It's
I hope
it's not that I feel bad about doing it. It's just I feel like it's once again being in closer proximity, and I also know that a lot of YouTubers not personally feel this way, but some of them are like, oh, he just used my name for like clout, but really it's not.
I don't think that could ever be used. Only thing I can say if anyone ever tries to accuse me of something like that is like, yeah, look at the things I decided to make videos on and tell me I'm a clout chaser.
It's funny. I would love it if a YouTuber does that, because I'd be like, I know you though. Because 90% of the people that like I'm afraid of saying that shit, it's just a self-conscious thing. So like, I know you though. I have proof that I know you. Why would you be like that? So, it's just more of a self-conscious thing.
I hear ya. God damn it. God fucking damn it.
Because, I mean, as a retro gamer, it's inevitable, or as a retro channel to a degree, it's inevitable I'm going to talk about Pro Jared, or, like, AVGN, or The Completionist, because The Completionist is a fucking madman.
I think it's fine to talk about other YouTubers. I think that there's a line where it becomes bad. I mean, I think Mysterious Mr. Enter is a great case of that, where people were like, I had things that annoyed me about his channel, but people were really uncharitable of him, and they tried to stretch things out and make him seem like a complete monster when that just wasn't the case with him.
I actually really liked his channel. I don't know. I feel like I don't have good taste in that shit, but I actually liked what he was doing.
I liked his channel, and then he got so angry in his videos that it just kind of annoyed me. But it clearly attracted other people to his channel, and it doesn't make him a bad person. The only thing he ever did was something that he did get called out on. He apologized and never did it again, which was he mentioned writers and say, oh, these writers right here should be fired. And it's just like, he was very new to it when he did that, and then he apologized, and the writers themselves responded saying, yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it. And then he did not repeat that mistake, so it's just like, but people were fucking out to get at Mr. Enter, and that's a case where I think, like, bad mouthing a YouTuber and talking about them got so obnoxious. There it got really nasty with Mr. Enter, and I understood why people got annoyed with his channel, because I did too, but he did not deserve the shit he got.
Well, okay, let's be real here for a minute, though. Is that he's like a lot of animation YouTubers do get annoying to some degree.
Yeah, but I like a lot of them.
Yeah, it's actually funny. Man, I don't know how to put this, but I really respect animation YouTubers.
I wonder if that counts.
What counts?
Because I got a ring. I got not a ring, a coin on the top of that pillar. So I wonder if that counts.
This ain't Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay? I know. Finish your thought. Sorry, Chris. It's kind of a all over the place conversation right now, but finish the thought.
I'm just saying that I feel like I respect a lot of animation YouTubers just because it's not like a movie. You gotta like do it fast. Like talking about, if you want to talk about Infinity Train, you have to do it like when it came out. You know. I could be wrong, but I give a lot of mad respect to people that talk about animation to a degree.
I like animation channels where they talk about animation.
If you want to talk like YouTubers that everyone shit on to the point of getting annoying, one of the few things I regret doing on my channel is one time, way back when, I think it was in my first Cool Cat video, Jesus, I made a crack at Anita Sarkeesian, and I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it. That's one of, like, the two things I've done on my channel that I'm like, I regret this. I shouldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a regret. I was doing Stupid Smash Bros. And I got a comment asking me to do a thing with my friend Alec. So we recorded it, we sent it, and now I'm still talking to this person that I sent the video to. Big regret. Shouldn't have done it. We should have just passed it up.
I don't know a lot about. Sorry, Chris. I don't.
I love how I love how that completely went over your head. I was joking about I should have ignored the message that you sent me.
I zoned out because I was thinking about what Matt said. I've heard a lot about Anita Sarkeesian. I've never actually heard her anything she has to say. So I've only heard her being like quoted by other people. So I guess I wouldn't really know what to say about her.
I'm gonna straight up get canceled if you re-upload this. If I ever get popular for gaming, I'm gonna get canceled for what I'm about to say.
Okay.
but I feel like she's missing the point, and she looks too deeply into the shit to push a narrative.
I think it's okay to criticize someone.
Yeah, listen, I don't think Anita Sarkeesian is some perfect, untouchable YouTuber. I just think making fun of her was a bad decision.
God fucking damn it.
No, definitely. I just feel like she's pushing a narrative that isn't really there. And I'm gonna stop because once again, if Michael uploads this,
if you want me to cut this part out, I absolutely will. If not,
absolutely not. I just know that one day, if I ever get popular, somebody's gonna have that replaying out of complete context.
It's not that unpopular of an opinion. That's all I can say. I don't know. I will not say anything about her because I don't know a lot about her, and I'm never gonna go off of, well, this person said this about Anita Sarkeesian, so I also will say this. I don't want to ever do that. I don't know shit about her, and I probably won't because it just sounds like
it's a big part of the reason I regret ever making fun of her is, like, I didn't know that much about her content. I just knew people were making fun of her, so I did too, because it was the cool thing to do.
It's not like I've never done that. And I was defending Mr. Enter just a second ago in one of the Tamagotchi World episodes. Yeah. I made a jab at him, and I regret that. I'm glad I didn't take it further than that. It was just a single joke in a video. But yeah, I regret that because I felt like he was like the butt of a joke on the internet, and he didn't really do anything to deserve it. He made videos where he got a little too worked up over cartoons, but that is why his channel was popular. That is why people liked him. And
if you get me
go ahead.
If you get me drunk or high enough, I will start bitching about cartoons angrily. So
it gave his channel personality, and to be fair, he was going. I mean, like, yeah, he was getting a little worked up, but he was going after easy targets. Like, he wasn't being that cynical. He was going after Family Guy and modern SpongeBob. Most people feel the same way.
yeah.
See, I have taken pot shots at Doug Walker, but unlike Anita Sarkeesian, I am very familiar with Doug Walker's content.
I'm very educated on Doug Walker history.
So
I was a fan of Doug Walker's for a long time, and that's why I shit on him.
well, I feel like Anita Sarkeesian. I feel like the thing about her content is the reason why it's so hard for people to admit that they'll shit on her, is because the content she makes is touchy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like if I talk about. It's like if I start making movies, like if I just start giving my black opinion on movies and how they're bad, I could write a narrative about that. Horror movies are already screwed. You know what I mean?
Look, the only thing I'll say about her is the only thing I'll say about her, not knowing anything about her, is that if she is going out there and putting herself out there in a situation where a lot of people are shit talking her, calling her like a clout chaser, I don't know if people are doing that, but saying that she's just seeking attention might not be true, just because it sounds like it's like attention that no one would want to have.
See, what I know, I don't know what all she does, but what I remember her for is Feminist Frequency, which was a talk show talking about femininity and in gaming, but like in a negative way. Like, oh man, the princess is always captured and all that crap, which isn't 100% true, but it was talking about like how gaming and stuff wasn't 100% sexist, but you could spin it that way.
I mean,
And that's what I know her for. If she did anything else, I don't.
I will defend her the slightest bit, because she has said, like, you can criticize stuff and still enjoy it. Like, you can have your criticisms of a game or a movie and still enjoy the game or movie. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Then say whatever you like.
That's true.
I may not always agree, but
does she ever... Sorry, go ahead. Then I'll say
you
what
know,
I was gonna say.
like, that's
Go on.
a problem I have when I like critique movies is like sometimes I like a movie even if I'm critiquing, even if I'm saying, oh, this part of the movie is not good. Like the messaging of this movie is not good. I can still enjoy the movie.
I feel like it's a little different though because of the way she did it though. Is she went, oh, Princess, why don't we have Princess Peach doing the saving? Even though Princess Peach had a pretty good game. You could fight me, but Super Princess Peach was pretty dope. You know?
I think,
Like,
yeah,
she brought up, like, oh man, all the women in gaming that you can customize, they have to be sexy. Look, homie, as a black man, y'all still haven't gotten hairstyles. Like Animal Crossing, I can't find anything like what I have right now, hair-wise. So if you're gonna bitch about the stuff that women ain't got, a whole race ain't got shit. So, I get it. I'm sorry. But as a person of color, yeah, it sucks. But we all getting it. To a degree. You know?
I think that it's okay to criticize something. I don't agree with, like, getting angry at someone over an opinion they have. I'm feeling that right now with fucking the Mitchells versus the Machines.
I just feel like if you're bringing gender or race into it, which is, I'm not trying to cut into it, I'm just saying, if you're bringing it into it, but you're not bringing in good points, or, you know, you have to bend a narrative, it's not worth it.
To me, my big thing would always just be, I don't like it when people make assumptions on why someone likes something. Like, we kind of talked about this recently, Chris. If, like, okay, if you like Mario, that you like it because you're sexist. If you like Apu on The Simpsons, you like him because you're a racist. Like, I don't like that mindset. I don't like it when someone gets in their head that they understand everything about you because of something that you're a fan of. If you want to criticize Apu, if you want to criticize Princess Peach, go ahead. But
like, But like, here's the thing though, is that we gotta be honest with ourselves with the female representation in gaming. Yeah, it's a little sexist in some places, and I mean very sexist to a disgusting degree. But yet we have like Samus, which is a badass character. Yeah, I get it. She's hot and stuff under the suit. But I don't think anybody's actually going to be like, yeah, I played Metroid for Zero Suit Samus.
Yeah,
You
but
know that, like,
Wario's sexy
2.5
too.
seconds? Wario is sexy and you can fight me. Alright?
Yeah.
So is Bowser. Bowser is A-class daddy material and you can fight me.
And you can go any way you want with Bowser, honestly.
Yeah.
Because they've got like a masculine version of Bowser and a feminine version of Bowser.
So long, gay Bowser.
Which is cut out of this game.
Yeah, Mario, you can't out me like that.
Bye-bye! I thought that maybe it was just for the trailer, but no, he actually says bye-bye now, instead of so long, gay
Oh,
Bowser.
he says bye-bye in the original game as well.
Oh, does he?
It's a random generated thing.
Oh, does he still say so long, gay Bowser in this one, then?
I do not think so.
I think they cut that out.
Why? No one was even angry about that. They were just laughing at it.
You know, it might be because, and this is a dumb theory, but it might be because the guy that's running Nintendo in America is named Doug Bowser. So he might have been like, no, that's gotta go.
Maybe.
Nice of the princess to invite us to a picnic, gay Luigi.
You know, I literally...
With that one you can at least
I feel
understand what he's supposed to say. He's supposed to say, hey, Luigi. What the fuck was... So, what is he saying when he says, so long, gay Bowser?
I think it's just so long, a Bowser.
It was supposed to be like Italian.
So long, gay Bowser.
I really would love to actually ask, since I go to E3 every year, except for obviously the years it's been delayed. I would so love to actually get into a close proximity of Nintendo if they ever, like, you know, bring back asking questions to people, because they do that. I would so love to ask them to ask why they don't acknowledge the CDI games and see what kind of answer I get. But at the same time, I don't want to get blacklisted.
The CDI games were sort of like them getting back at Sony, right?
See, that's the thing, is that you can say that, but there's absolutely no bad blood with Sony and Nintendo, as they say. It just didn't work out. So I want to know why the fuck they thought these games were good ideas.
I really am not making progress tonight, and I'm not even drunk. Like, it's not like... Last time I blamed it on the alcohol. This time I'm just doing so fucking poorly.
I mean...
It's been an hour, almost an hour and 30 minutes, and I think I've gotten 3 stars.
I feel like if you get stuck on the same star too long, you need to move on to another star.
Yeah.
But why can't I get for that stupid fucking board?
I can explain this one. It's because Mario's controls were not fully thought out when they did this game. Not saying that negatively, just saying that in the way that 3D was very new. So they probably had ideas. I think you're on the desert level. They had a lot of ideas that sounded fun, but no one was like, yeah, we can't do that yet, or maybe we should test this more. Due to the fact that I remember correctly, this was a launch title.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be one of the problems.
I know this is a little off topic, but did you guys see that SNL skit with Wario and Elon Musk playing Wario that everyone's going crazy about?
Existence.
What?
I am aware of its existence.
Why Wario? Only thing I'm gonna say about it is it's like Wario and Peach have Italian accents in that skit, and that's not what they sound like.
Michael, do you really expect writers?
But here's the thing, though. You can, like, honestly, the best way to write a parody is to know everything about what you're making fun of, or to know absolutely nothing about it. And it feels like they went halfway with it. Like, they got the costumes, they made a Mario, they made a fucking Mario did mushrooms as a drug reference. Yeah, I know, Chris. SNL is fucking awful. I know.
I absolutely love you, and I love the fact that you think that these people give enough of a shit. I wish. See, if the film industry gave half of a shit that you guys do, we would actually not be complaining about the Oscars. Movies would actually be good. Like, the world would be a 100% better place.
Movies are good. Just a lot of them aren't. But there's a good movie. There's like several good movies every year.
There's good. It's just they don't get the effort that they should.
There are absolutely more bad movies a year than good movies, but if you look for them, there's good movies every year.
You see, that's the problem, right? Is that you have to, like, I love how everyone says that for everything, but, like, the problem is you do have to look. Like,
it makes them more special, though, you know? It makes them something to appreciate.
I guess. I mean, I guess I love looking for movies for sure. Don't get me wrong.
That's why I like review channels so much. Is this like you get so many good recommendations if you find a channel that you like.
Yeah, like I said, I get it. I get the searching, but I feel like if the industry just, gave the right people the right shit, or people that actually put effort into shit, you wouldn't have to look. You
know what the industry does, and this doesn't happen all the time, but I will give them this, is like I look at someone like Taika Waititi. God damn it. I can hear it and still mispronounce it. There's something wrong with my head.
Is it like Guillermo del Toro?
Yeah. Well, like they give him money to do a Thor movie. It's one of the better Marvel movies for sure, but it's still a Marvel movie. Thor Ragnarok.
See, hold on now. I'll let you finish, but I have some things to say about Thor Ragnarok. So
Go ahead. I think it's one of the better Marvel movies. I don't think it's like an amazing movie, but I think it's one of the better Marvel movies.
I think it isn't, but I'll talk about that in a minute.
It's more fun.
Marvel movies, and I think it's Taika Waititi's worst movie.
Yeah, it is his worst movie, but like what the positive I'm saying about that isn't even the movie itself. The positive is that because he made that, he got funding to make a better movie, which was Jojo Rabbit. And now he's doing yet another Thor movie, and then after that, we'll probably get another good movie.
Yeah, and I do appreciate these, like, giant franchises bringing on these, like, smaller directors, like, because Spider-Man Homecoming was directed by the guy who did Cop Car, which is a really good, like, smaller movie. And they got Patty Jenkins to direct Wonder Woman, and she hasn't done anything since like 2003.
So what's your problem with Ragnarok, Chris?
So here's the thing: is that if you are a comic book fan, you hate Thor Ragnarok.
I'm not a comic book fan,
and that's my point. Thor Ragnarok is that it's literally on par with like the 2000 Marvel movies, just because they found out, oh my god, Chris Hemsworth is funny, so let's fuck the character for that.
Yeah, it hasn't. My love for that movie has nothing to do with a personal connection to Thor. It's just, I think it really comes down to directing, man. I think I like the environment more. I don't especially think that it's doing Bruce Banner justice. I don't especially think it's doing Thor justice. I think it's an episode of the MCU universe that
we've had this topic before on comics to a degree. I don't think that comic movies are bad, or as bad as people like to say they are.
I think some of them are excellent. I think Spider-Verse does. I watched a video recently where they were talking about how with the frame rate itself, they kind of slowed it down to mimic a comic book more. And I was like, yeah, you know what? That's a good point. I didn't think about that before, but that's a good point.
The thing that's funny is Into the Spider-Verse has one of my favorite things that comic book movies seem to not have, and that is restraint.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, they mentioned in the What's Up Danger, Miles was originally supposed to get hit by the truck. Like, he wasn't supposed to make it.
In what?
The What's Up Danger scene, the most popular one. It's the first time he web slings.
Oh.
There is, if you rewatch it, you'll notice it. He's supposed to get hit by the truck. He's not supposed to make it. And they went full on through with it until they're like, yeah, that'd be funny, but it would totally kill the scene. And so they're like, yeah.
There's another moment of Spider-Verse I actually read about that with like where they had a funny joke with Peter Porker and they cut it out because it was just like it was going to kill the mood. They did. It does seem like they thought about it because like
Yeah.
every single character is talking. There's a scene where every single character is talking about how they lost someone. And Peter Porker was gonna have a line where they said, like where he basically went cannibalistic. He said like his uncle got hit with like lightning or something, and he starts sobbing and says, and he smelled so good. So it's like, okay, the joke is Peter Porker went cannibalistic on a family member, and there's like a whole article about that, and they completely cut it just because they're like, yeah, I mean, it got even at test screening, people were laughing hard at that, but it like killed the mood of the scene. So we decided to change it to Peter Porker just kind of like saying we all lost some, because his new line was like, we all lost someone.
Yeah, and I think that Into the Spider-Verse is where we should go from now on with these kind of movies. But, you know,
Did you see the clips of John Mulaney swearing as Peter Porker?
I didn't.
He said a bunch, like, he came into the booth and like, oh, guys, have fun with the character. And so he was like swearing a whole bunch, and then he's like, wait, what is this movie rated? And they're like, it's PG. Oh, so you can't use anything I've said so far.
Well, of course, they're never gonna make a Spider-Man movie where they can curse.
Well, I mean, it's light swearing, but not like kids' movie swearing.
Yeah, I mean, John Mulaney
okay,
swearing.
So I'm gonna interrupt you on that one. We will see a Spider-Man movie like that. I just do not think it's going to be an animated one. Or if it is, it's not going to be like a main.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
It's probably gonna be like, if there's gonna be swearing, it's gonna be like Spider-Man Noir, like 2099, if anything.
It won't be MCU.
Yeah, it will definitely not be.
It's gonna be Spider-Man cameoing in a Deadpool movie.
I don't think Sony will ever let that happen.
I wonder what they're gonna do with Deadpool now, because it seems so vague. Like it's all just talk.
I would so love it if they had the balls to just let Deadpool exist in his own universe.
It seems like I've heard them go back and forth on that, and I could just be like trusting stupid people on the internet too much.
The problem is that Deadpool should not be in the MCU.
Of course, I agree with that.
Well,
Deadpool is like a critique of the MCU.
Disney has a brand, and now Marvel is part of that brand, and Deadpool is not a part of that brand.
Like, I mean, I could be wrong. It really depends on how the Black Widow movie goes, which I actually really do not. Okay, so here's the thing about comic books, is I feel like, realistically, I think it's perfectly fine for you to tell your kids to fuck off for a minute for movies, because comic books are pretty much like books, so there's some that are for kids and some that aren't.
I mean, some comics aren't blatantly not made for kids, and then when it gets a media adaptation, I've been looking into Sam and Max a little bit because I find the clips on YouTube hilarious. I've started watching full episodes. And apparently the comic is not for kids, but the TV show is.
Yeah, I don't think the games are for kids either, really.
The TV show apparently it is funny, and I like the TV show, but it is a comic that is not made for kids, and the TV show is like, okay, it's for kids and adults, but the comic would just blatantly not be for kids, is what I understand about it.
My point is that, like, I feel like personally, fuck the brand, deal with the character, and that's how it should be. If your kid can't watch a Batman movie, too bad. Batman's a character where you deal with a guy beating up fucking mentally ill people. It's already not for children.
Yeah. I do appreciate Batman, though, because even to this day, it seems like it's still following that, with like Joker being the most recent entry. So it feels like it is. It feels like it's keeping that in mind.
It is, but the problem with that is that one day it might not. Like with the rated R Batman movie, I know a lot of people are saying that shouldn't be a thing, but there's some stories that definitely are not for kids with Batman.
Mm-hmm. What was the Killing Joke rated?
I believe that was R. I never the animated one. I never watched it, but I heard like the first like 20 minutes were just fucking terrible, and after that it was.
I feel like
Me and Olivia, when Olivia was on Derailed Podcast, that was how we got derailed, because we were supposed to be talking about stop motion, and then we were just talking about how bad the first 20 minutes of the Killing Joke were.
my problem with the Killing Joke, honestly, and it's fine if you guys like it, because whatever. I just feel like they didn't choose the right art style, and nor did they really choose the right voice actors either. I feel like the Killing Joke is not something you should have Mark Hamill come back to do. I know he said he would, but you shouldn't have done it. You should have chosen a different Joker. The voice acting takes me out of it, because it's such a different toned thing than the animated series. When I think of Mark Hamill, I think of the animated series or Arkham.
I understand that.
Say what? Hello, I'm sorry.
I said I understand that.
Yeah, it's really about the performance. I think we should have gotten different voice actors for it, because it doesn't feel right. So watching this movie with this very serious tone, with some implications that are there, and also having Mark Hamill's Batman, not Mark Hamill's Batman, I believe Kevin Conroy's Batman do disgusting things with Batgirl, it just ruins the whole movie.
Mark Hamill just showed up to set dressed as Batman, saying, "Can I be Batman today, please? Just this one time."
He probably could do a good. Have you ever heard his like impression of it?
I haven't.
He can do it.
Actor.
Mark Hamill can actually do a Batman, and I would not have a problem.
I personally liked Mark Hamill as Joker in that, but that is coming from someone who is pretty blind. Even to like the animated series, I watched it with my brother when I was a kid, but I do not remember a lot of it. I really don't even think I could name you the plot synopsis of one episode of the show.
Serialized comic.
Yeah.
The best way to do a plot synopsis.
God damn it! Fuck!
Oh, okay. Ooh.
There you go.
I just feel like, oh man, we got some gamer rage in here. I just feel like it's just Mark Hamill, like I said, a great voice actor. I feel like me reading the comic book and then them doing it word for word, they could have just not done it. And they chose Mark Hamill because they know that fans wanted to see it for years. He's even been going to Comic-Con reading shit, and that's why they did it. It's not because,
I think I think there is something valid about that statement, just because I know for a fact, even as little as I know Mark Hamill said that's the one thing that would bring him back as Joker. Is if they did Killing Joke. So it kind of and if he says that, of course the fans are gonna ask for it.
Yeah, it just feels weird because it's such a. The Killing Joke is canon, but it's such a whatever. Also, another thing that really sucks about the Killing Joke is that we didn't have to have a Batgirl short. I would have totally loved if
I didn't like that.
Had the short that comes with the comic actually.
Which one is that? Like, what's that about again? I may have heard about that.
The Man That Killed Batman.
Yeah, I did.
It's The Man That Killed Batman. It's a very unsettling. I think Olivia talks about it. It's one of my favorite Batman black and white comics ever. And it's literally about a guy that talks about how he would just kill Batman. That'd be his one crime. And then he'd never do it again. He would just shoot Batman in the face, kill him, live a happy life. And he's saying this all to a camera. That when he dies, he's going to submit it, to the news. And I'm like, damn, that's dark. But it fits the whole feeling of the Killing Joke.
Yeah, no, I think that would be cool. I hated the Batgirl short. Like, I think the Batgirl short is something that like fails on every single level, both if you're a fan of the series and if you're going into it blind. Because that became apparent to me as I was talking to Olivia about it when she was on Derailed. Because I hated it as someone who doesn't know a lot about Batman. And Olivia hated it as someone who seems to know a decent knows a decent share about Batman.
Well, one, I'm gonna give her credit. She has a show on it. I know we only have 2 episodes coming, but yeah, she knows her shit.
Yeah.
And I just hate it because I'm sick of the narrative of them going, hey man, let's have Batman and Batgirl fuck, even though Batman has hundreds of women in his age group. Nah, let's have him fuck Batgirl. Let's do that.
It
No
feels
one asked
like
for it, but let's do it.
It feels like it has a mixed message too, because it's like trying to be more. I think the intention of making a Batgirl a focus is make it a little bit more progressive. Like, okay, we have the story about a woman being shot. Let's make the first 20 minutes focus more on her. But then the story is about her having the hots for Batman.
You know what I really love about all of this?
What?
Hey, what's up?
It's Zachary and Folkman from Ziff Prod Productions. It doesn't make sense because it's Ziff Productions.
So
I'm not interrupting like a recording or anything, right?
Well, we are recording, but it's a stream.
Oh, I didn't know you were live.
But yeah, keep it. So,
I'm just bitching about Batman, so you can interrupt.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Also,
you're
hi,
not,
how's everyone doing?
you're not really interrupting anything though. You're good.
I came here to vibe.
That's cool. We're talking about the Killing Joke specifically. No.
See, there are very few comic book characters I like actually know well.
How does he do that?
It's Deadpool and it's Lobo, and it's like vaguely Aquaman. I kind of know Aquaman.
Aquaman's kind of dope though. So
Aquaman's pretty epic.
True.
I mean, if you said Namor, we'd have a problem. But you know, Lobo's dope. If you actually read his comics, I think he has a better comic than I would have ever expected.
My favorite comic character is Nelman.
So get the fuck out of here.
I died. I fucking died.
And Deadpool is it really depends on who the fuck's writing him.
I will agree with that, absolutely, because there are a couple Deadpool comics I'm like, this is not funny.
Does anyone like?
Sorry, what?
Go ahead, Matt, Chris.
Have you ever checked out Deadpool Max?
I have not.
It's not funny, but it's really good because it's not about it's Bob dealing with Deadpool from like an experience of a person that never met Deadpool. So
How do I let go of him?
it's a great comic of madness because you are watching somebody else see this crazy ass guy's life. So
No, don't put me in the lava.
it has two runs. So like there's Deadpool Max and there's Deadpool Max 2, and I'd so love to see a 3 because it's interesting because we never think about. Like, we see Deadpool in his own comics from his own perspective, but we never realize what it looks like.
God damn it!
I'm
having a bad time tonight.
One of the few problems I had with the Deadpool movies is that they cut out the voices in his head, and I think they are the best characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Deadpool is his own comedic trio.
One thing that I read, there was an issue that Gage shared with me that I actually did read about Deadpool killing basically all of the Marvel characters, and it was it was like the most self-aware comic I ever read, where it was just like he is self-aware of who he is. He's a comic book character, and as a result, he chooses like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want, and so what he does now that he knows that he's a comic book character is he kills every single character in the Marvel universe.
Probably Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. Which is a good comic.
Yeah, it's a good comic, and I also love him killing literacy as well. It's the same. Have you seen there's a whole story arc with that. There's Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. There's Deadpool kills literacy, and then there's Deadpool kills Deadpool.
I think I read the first two, and I didn't see the third one. Read the third one.
Well, it's funny because Deadpool kills Deadpool is such a batshit comic book.
Well, yeah, it's Deadpool killing Deadpool from Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
So, that's wild.
I really like, I wanted to ask you guys. This is kind of off topic, but kind of on topic. I know that some of you like Detective Pikachu, so ignoring that one. Do you guys like Ryan Reynolds as anything other than Deadpool? Because I would like to see it. I like him as Deadpool, and I hate him as everything else.
That Van Wilder movie he was in. Am I right, fellas?
I liked him as Deadpool in the
him in-
X-Men movie too.
I liked him in Blade Trinity. Oh my god, best Blade
I have
movie
yet,
ever.
I have yet to see Blade Trinity or Blade, any of the Blade movies.
He is trying so hard to be Deadpool in Blade Trinity.
Right.
That's his Deadpool tryout movie.
Yeah, it is.
That
In other
movie-
words, no. In other words, no, I don't know anything else where he's in.
I think I've heard of another movie where he did good, but I can't remember what it's called.
Hold
It's
on,
not that he's. It's not that he's not a good actor. It's just.
I think that he's not a good actor.
I don't know. I have not seen him in anything that I can go. Yeah, that's a movie where I.
I get so tired of Ryan Reynolds. I think Deadpool is a perfect character for him. I think it's like proper casting, but I don't like him most of the time.
There's no movie that I see him in that makes me go, yeah, he's not doing this for a paycheck. He's doing this for art. So I mean,
I don't think he's a bad dude. I don't think he's a bad dude, and I like him. I personally am not a fan of most of the stuff he does.
And until he does like a serious, like, I hate to say this, until he does a movie that is not connected to something, I can't say anything. Because I honestly thought for a minute that Adam Sandler was garbage, but boy was I wrong. So.
Sandler proved himself a long time ago. Uncut Gems is just the most recent. Like, Uncut Gems is just like, hey, just a quick reminder, I'm still good. I just choose not to be.
Yeah, that's my point. Is that
he had Punch Drunk
sometimes
Love.
you lose.
Even as like early movies where they were just stupid comedies, like Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison. It's all like I'm not a huge fan of Happy Gilmore, but I mean I get why people like it.
I feel like once again you could still argue that he wasn't good until stuff like Uncut Gems, but I think he was fine.
I would not agree with that at all.
Chris, have you seen Punch Drunk Love?
Yeah, I like his movies. I'm just saying from an actual, from a standpoint, I can see where people would just say he wasn't good, but I disagree.
I guess so.
So here's my Ryan Reynolds hot take. I don't think the Green Lantern movie is that bad.
I haven't seen it. I just know that movie brings emotions out of people.
I'm sorry. I disagree. Okay.
I will not defend it as a good movie. People are like, oh, this is like one of the worst comic book movies. I'm like, it's fine.
There's been way worse.
There's been way worse.
Have you seen the more recent Fantastic Four movie? Like, it is awful. It is way worse.
Fantastic Four movie. All three Fantastic Four movies.
Listen, the old ones are like stupid, but like I can appreciate them for having some sort of personality. The recent one had nothing going for it. Literally nothing going for it.
I liked the first, like, when Doctor Doom shows up in the hospital. I think that's a cool scene.
Barely remember a single scene from that film.
It comes way too late into the movie.
So,
I feel bad for Miles Teller because he's clearly capable of doing a good performance. But I think Whiplash is all he's got right now.
So,
There's this movie he was in with Jonah Hill that I liked.
I very much want to hear Chris's opinion on Green Lantern.
Go ahead, Chris.
So Green Lantern, you are correct, is not a bad movie, but holy shit, they could have actually, to make it, I think, a better movie would have been if they weren't lazy with it. In all realness, that's the only problem that's really there.
I'm not going to defend it as a good movie.
Because, like, it's just, Green Lantern, the power of Green Lantern is you can make fucking anything from the ring.
Green Lantern is a little overpowered.
Everybody in DC is overpowered. Wonder Woman's the god of DC right now. Everyone in DC is overpowered. I mean, to be fair here, everybody in comics is overpowered. I mean, Doctor Strange has the power beyond comprehension. So...
It seemed like what Scarlet Witch can do in WandaVision, like she's OP for, like,
Yeah.
She's
Yeah, like everybody's OP to a degree at some point in comics. I just think that when it comes to Green Lantern, they went and let's choose a character that can do anything and not let him do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, let's make him have a Hot Wheels commercial.
See that?
And what the fuck was the other one?
I did it, guys. I finally did it. I did something tonight.
hey,
What was the other
can you
bad
do it
superhero movie?
Beat Bowser a second time, but I've also, like, I think I've gotten, like, 3 or 4 stars in the 2 hours we've been streaming.
I think the worst superhero movie is Spawn.
I never watched it. I watched the first season of the TV show.
The TV show's fine. It's just I feel like the movie's just shit. In all realness.
Maybe just because it's not even like fun to watch. Because I would argue the worst is probably like Batman and Robin or Catwoman. But those are at least funny movies.
You know what? I will say Catwoman's bad. Batman and Robin is like okay. So, oh boy.
You watch Batman and Robin, but not for the reasons to enjoy it in a non-ironic way. Like I can enjoy how bad it is.
Batman and Robin led to the Bat credit card joke.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So therefore, it's a great film.
It is. It's better than Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane's actually kind of embarrassing with Batman and Robin being around.
Yeah, like at no point in Citizen Kane does he pull out a credit card that says Kane on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That would have vastly improved that movie.
it would. I mean, it would have like improved some of its flaws, but honestly, like, there's a lot of things going wrong with that movie.
So
It may have been good. It may have been better if like Batman and Robin came out first, and it could have inspired that piece of shit.
here's my hot take with Batman and Robin. I actually think Batman Forever is worse than Batman and Robin.
I have a guilty pleasure with Batman Forever, honestly. I don't know if it's because of Jim Carrey or if it's because of whatever, but like I don't know.
It's just goddamn. I feel like Batman and Robin, yeah, it sucks, but like it's not like I mean like yeah, it does some stupid shit. But then again, so does Batman in general. As a character. Like, there's some stupid shit that within the comics that he does that the movie, you know, told as well. Also, Joel Schumacher got fucked, bro. Okay? Because the studio told him, make it like a cartoon. And that's what everybody wanted, and he did his job. I feel like Joel Schumacher gets too much shit for those movies.
I do not blame Joel Schumacher for the failure of that movie.
It was always Warner Brothers who did those films, right? Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Disney actually made Batman Forever.
Okay.
I haven't seen Batman Forever since I was like early high school, but my memory is that I liked Batman Forever more than Batman Returns, honestly.
Yeah. I can enjoy it forever, honestly.
I like Batman Returns because of how ridiculous it is.
You know, that's the thing. Is
Wait,
that
are
the
we
person that is?
Are we talking about the Michael Keaton? Wait.
Talking about the Danny DeVito.
Isn't there?
Yeah,
Isn't the first Christian Bale one called? Oh, is that Batman Begins?
That's Batman
Begins. Yeah.
Gotcha. I get those two confused. Those names. I like Returns. I don't know.
As a person that is frequently watching these movies because me and Olivia are doing topics on them, I feel honestly that the first 3 movies are the first. As people say that Batman Returns is weird, once again, that's the character. That's just kind of how the world of Batman runs.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people, like Venom, take Batman way too seriously when Batman doesn't take himself seriously. Like, the most recent thing that Batman has done in comics that's dumb is that he got into a chair, right, and asked, who's the Joker? And then the chair was like, there's 3 Jokers. And instead of asking who they are, he went to his back computer and went, damn, there are 3 Jokers, and didn't ask this thing that has all the answers, right? This is what he does commonly. So, like, if he can do stupid shit like that, a back credit card isn't crazy.
Do you ever see that bit between Linkara and Nostalgia Critic?
Yeah.
I have heard people defend, like, the 60s Batman as, like, well, you know, he's the ultimate detective. Of course he would have shark repellent.
Okay, so the defense I've heard...
Plan for everything.
Always on him.
The defense I've heard of the 60s one is that it's really hokey and hilarious, not that that there's
I really like this.
No,
I love the 60s one.
The thing is,
Adam West is great, but that's not like that. It's not like because it's like legitimately great. It's because it's like it's just charming.
Yeah.
I think it's good because of all the actors they had. If they got any other people, it wouldn't be good.
Yeah,
Because they didn't. It's just see. I feel like the thing that makes a great actor or a great performance is believing the shit that you're doing, and these people really do to a degree.
Yeah, you have to care.
To a degree.
There has to be care in there for sure, and I do think there is care with Adam, like with the performances in that old TV show and old movie.
I mean, they gave a shit to a degree.
They did.
They gave a shit except for the Joker makeup. The guy refused to cut off his mustache, so they put makeup over it.
Cesar Romero not shaving his goddamn mustache. It's like, nah, Joker just has a mustache under his makeup now.
Right? And you know what I love is they have a comic book called
throw
Batman
me.
66. And it still has, like, they drew the mustache still in the comic, so and they didn't need to, and I love that shit.
What was that? Return of the Caped Crusader. It was like an animated sequel to the 66 show.
Yeah.
I really liked that movie.
Yeah. I feel like the thing about comic books is that a lot of people take them
God fucking damn it.
stupid seriously. And I shouldn't say shit because, once again, I'm working on a show with my fiance on it, and we take comic books seriously. But I feel like people overly do it, and that's why there's, like, stupid complaints about movies. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, some movies are just shit. But, you know.
I'm okay with a comic book movie having a ridiculous fucking story. That's why I like Batman Returns. It doesn't really... I think the biggest problem I've heard with that movie is just that they try to make Danny DeVito's character sympathetic and they contradict themselves.
Oh, they did a terrible job. They did an absolutely terrible job.
Yeah, they do way too many contradictions with that. But I like that he has penguin suicide bombers.
Because that's how the comics run, my homie.
That's what I like. That's what I like about it. It's so fucking weird. And Danny DeVito was the perfect. It'd be much worse if Danny DeVito was not playing that character.
Yeah, I completely like.
I feel like that's true of a lot of movies. Like a lot of movies, better if they just had Danny DeVito on.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia was a better show when they had Danny DeVito in them.
Yeah,
and season 1 isn't like terrible, but.
I did not like season 1, but I'm like, I'm gonna stick around till Danny DeVito shows up just to see if this show gets good. And it did.
I hate my life so fucking much.
They don't have Danny DeVito in that show anymore?
They do, but he's not in season 1.
Yeah, he wasn't in season 1.
Oh, okay.
And
Have
he
you-
saved that show.
Yeah,
I
I do like season 1 though. I like the other characters. Danny DeVito definitely added a ton to it. Like it wouldn't have been as good without Danny DeVito.
So I don't know
like
if this is a hot take or not, but I feel like Danny DeVito needs to be a lot more appreciated as an actor.
I don't think that's a bad opinion at all. One of his first movies was a freaking masterpiece, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and he only played a bit character in that, but he was fucking great in that. And that was before. Sorry, go ahead.
I know. I just feel like whenever I talk about Danny DeVito, a lot of people go, "Oh yeah, he's funny," and I'm like, "Yeah, but like he's actually good at what he does."
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people will say this, and I think it's true. It can be much harder to do a good comedic performance than a dramatic performance.
Yeah.
Like I think like they said when they casted Bryan Cranston on Breaking Bad, part of their mindset was they knew he could do comedy, so they felt like he could do drama. Because he did a really good job as Hal, and then it was basically taking a lot of the same mannerisms that because Hal was at times a very serious character in a really goofy situation, so they were putting like that same kind of performance into a really like way more realistic scenario and a way more tragic scenario, and you got a really fucking good performance out of it. Okay, I got another star. That's good. Good.
Also, I'm going to change the subject really quick.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry if I came off as antagonistic towards Death Note.
Oh, dude, don't. No, that was fine. I enjoyed that conversation. Like, it's okay that we don't see...
I'm not going to change my opinion.
Yeah, I don't want you to.
But I will definitely say I am deeply sorry for sounding antagonistic.
You don't apologize for that. So okay, this was just between me, Chris, and Stuart. We did a Persona 4. I said Duckcast Persona recording where me and Chris started talking about Death Note, and I defended Death Note, and Chris criticized it, and I really enjoyed the conversation and telling Chris how wrong he was.
No, I think I mean...
Hold on, let me just get my popcorn real quick.
Yeah, I will still fight you on this one.
Yeah.
No.
Because it's not that, like, because here's the thing. I see where Death Note has its relevancy, and I see why people like it. But I still think it's trash. I'm sorry.
It's okay that you think it's trash. I do not agree with you in the slightest.
Yo, I can't believe that Chris is actually wrong. That's so funny, dude.
But I liked that conversation because it was just, I wasn't expecting someone to badmouth Death Note. That isn't a popular opinion, so kudos.
It isn't. But then again, most people that watch anime don't know quality, so I mean.
True.
And that's why I only watch a handful.
That's true.
Hey, and Chris, that's why I only watch a handful of animes. You watch a lot of animes, so you know. I think maybe I know what I'm talking about.
Oh shit. Let's go.
I mean, you were wrong about Mario 64, so I mean...
I was wrong about Mario 64 after not being refreshed on Mario 64. Death Note, I got Death Note down.
See, that's the problem is, like... I guess the reason why I don't like Death Note is because I've read too much into Death Note. And the more into it I got, I'm like, oh, wow, yeah, that's... Yeah. Death Note's kind of like Dragon Ball Z to a degree. Of where...
Yeah.
Wait, what way?
Let me finish.
Okay.
The more you hear the creator talk about it, the more you go, wow, yeah, no.
To be fair, I only watched the show, didn't hear a single thing from the creator, and still enjoyed it.
Same.
Yeah, it's the thing is that also, it's just... Because I was super big into Death Note to the degree of where I read, like, the, extra content. And
You know what this is a good comparison to? Mike recommended the film to me called Caroline, which is a kid's film. And
Yeah.
I personally didn't really get much out of it, but like I remember my sister telling me, she loves it, and she likes it a lot because she like just knows a lot of like the backstory stuff as well, like stuff that's outside the film that you gotta know by, I don't know, online or whatnot. But it's kind of the same thing where like you watch the film and then you have additional information outside of the film to either enjoy or not enjoy it more.
But see, here's the thing though. I don't think there being additional stuff outside of the film can be used as a defense or an attack against the film. Because if the film itself isn't giving you that going into it, I don't think you can criticize. I don't think that you can like get angry at someone for criticizing that if it's stuff that you have to look outside of the film. You're not there to look at stuff outside of the film. You're there to see the film. I think the same thing applies to stuff like criticizing it, because I'm not really looking into other stuff the creator said. The creator could have some fucked up thoughts or could have some thoughts that I don't agree with, but that doesn't change what I liked about Death Note. What I liked about Death Note was the battle between Light and L, and with a really fun concept. It did end, but most of the show has it. And I like the final episode.
Yeah, the problem is that what the creator wanted was better than what we got. Like,
So your
there's
problem
just so
isn't
much
something...
more that they-
Okay, so your problem's something different. It's not like a negative thing about the creator, it's a positive thing.
No, yeah, it's just there's so much there that Death Note had with all the other supplementary material that at the end of the day, if they redid Death Note, it probably would be better than what we have. And it's my problem with anime in general, is the fact that anime has to be made at a certain time. And Death Note's one of them that shows. It shows that, man, the writer didn't think of this at the time because they don't have time. They have literal weeks to make this shit, and Death Note is not an anime for that.
That's so weird because like an animated show should be given way more time to be worked on, considering how much more there is. Like easier than like pointing a camera at an actor and having the film. Like you're literally making the actor and the background and everything, and then afterwards syncing up the audio and shit.
Would you
That's
say...
when, like, you were gonna say? Sorry.
I was gonna say, would you say, Chris, that your main problem is something that the show communicated or something the show didn't communicate?
It's more or less of the fact that I know the industry, so I have a problem with certain things that you will never notice until you get into it. Because once you get into knowing what the production of this stuff is, you go, no, they should have just let the whole thing finish, and they shouldn't pressure the writer, because they stop conveying certain things because of the crunch that it requires.
Sometimes my opinion on that's different, though, because I like the big argument with Full Metal Alchemist is that Brotherhood's better because it chose to focus on the direction that the manga writers took. And I'm not going to deny that I would say a little bit of the original show's ending feels rushed, but I felt like the ending of the original, I think that the original in general took a lot more risks than Brotherhood. I mean, I think it took a lot more risks than Brotherhood.
So, let me explain this, and this is why I feel this way. Dragon Ball suffers from the crunch of not being continued, or not being concluded, right? That is one of the worst animes, examples of that, of why so many people, it has so much filler, because, you know...
Yu-Gi-Oh! In a nutshell, too.
Yeah, that's...
Fucking
Okay,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, hold on.
Dude, I'm currently watching Season 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just trying to get through Gen 1 to GX, and I'm like, oh, it's awful.
Hold on. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a totally different argument, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is 90% not the manga.
It's filler. It's just filler, though.
Yeah,
it's
90%
all filler.
of it is filler.
You have one duel in, like, a span of 4, 7 episodes. Like it's the season should be in half, if not 10 episodes.
I dare you to read the manga, and you'll probably be finished before you ever even think.
Also, what are you?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a manga before a trading card game. What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Manga.
Really? Really? Yeah. No. You didn't.
Manga.
Are you being serious with me, or are you joking on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Being a manga first?
I thought it was a trading. I thought the manga came like next afterwards.
No.
I get where Zach's coming from, though.
Because like you make the card game, then you make the show, and then the manga's just extra, like the Pokemon mangas, you know?
No. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was actually an afterthought. See, what happened is that Yu-Gi-Oh! There's this thing called Season 0. Check it out. It's why Yugi's called the King of Games. It was literally just Yami fucking up people while playing games. Like, you know, he played like knife games, lighter games, weird shit.
So it wasn't really Yu-Gi-Oh! It was just like this fetus version of what it could have been.
Yeah, and then eventually I think Joey came up and was like, hey, there's this card game, and everybody liked that.
I think my favorite adaptation of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the Meat Canyon cartoon.
Olivia? Hold on.
Is it Ben Drowned?
Olivia.
I'm sorry, I'm fucking
What the
stupid.
fuck is wrong with you?
So,
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Nothing at all.
but you know who we need to talk about.
Who?
I stepped out of the room and we didn't get to talk about this. We need to talk about Jim Carrey.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about this. I have too much of a
Dude,
bias.
let's do it.
I have too much.
Let's do it.
I know exactly what this conversation is going to be about, but at the end of the day, I'm going to have a bias.
Is this? Hold on.
Well, okay.
Hold on. Is this gonna start a fight?
I'm going to try to
Because I
like
am-
resist so much.
I am down for this.
I know the entire
Down
conversation.
for
Pro
it.
Jim Carrey or anti Jim Carrey?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Pro or anti Jim Carrey?
I was asking you, Zach.
I mean, I'm pro, but that's a bias. Like,
Okay.
I understand, like, the shitty sides of him, but I'm still gonna have a bias.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Because I was gonna talk about, first off, that he's really good in Batman Forever.
Yes.
Like, I wish his Riddler had appeared in a better movie because he's the fucking Riddler.
Is there some
He's-
Jim
I'm
Carrey
great
controversy
for that
right
one
now?
Forever. Sorry, Mike, what?
Is there some Jim Carrey controversy right now?
Do we not get into that?
I mean, I think he's anti-vax, but other than that, nothing to my
Yeah,
knowledge.
Let's talk about.
I want to talk about him as an actor, and I want to talk about him in Batman Forever specifically.
Okay.
Okay, you guys say what you need to say, 'cause I got something separate.
I think he's a really good Riddler. I think he was really good as the Riddler.
Ooh, ooh.
I agree.
We were talking about, you were talking about like Danny DeVito.
I like him in
And-
Eternal Spotlight, and that's that might be it. I don't know.
Okay.
Him,
Alright.
Yo, my favorite film with him was from Yes Man. Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
So
I
before we move on,
Jim Carrey.
Wait. One other notable mention. Kick-Ass 2.
Never
He
saw
was the
it.
only good part of Kick-Ass 2.
Okay.
I think Jim Carrey is an actor who he's very funny, but he can also do a dramatic role very well.
I
And
think
it's
Jim
why
Carrey-
one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies is The Mask, because I think
Yeah.
it gives him a chance to like flex both his dramatic side and his comedic side.
Oh.
I gotta rewatch
His characters in Living Color, like let me tell you something.
Oh, I like
that guy,
Truman
I forget
Show.
his name, but like,
Hold on. Excuse me. Hold on. You watched In Living Color?
of course, I love that show.
Oh my fucking! Oh god! Oh god! All right, that was not ready for that. That's beautiful.
I love that show. Yeah, Mad TV as well. Like those two
I
shows were
would've
great.
never-
I put them
Mad
above
TV.
SNL. They're really good.
That TV is expectable. Just In Living Color, I just never expected that. I'm sorry.
It's the best thing any of the Wayans have ever worked on.
Yep.
That is correct. You do not understand how many people do not know about that. So it's a surprise.
It's the same thing that pisses me off that people don't know what Mad TV is either. Like those two shows are.
No, Mad TV was better than SNL though.
Yeah.
Mad TV,
Aside
I'm
from-
not familiar with.
Yeah, you should check it out if you get a chance. If
There were
it's-
some
if there's
there were
good
some great
entertainment.
characters like Stewart and whatnot, like in Mad TV.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee as well. Wait, was that not Bruce? Wait, yeah, it's same name. Yeah, it was just a different Bruce Lee.
So
Comedian.
going back to
Very
Jim
funny.
Carrey though, I think he's a great actor. I think they did not choose him well in Batman because I get it. He was a good Riddler for the time,
Well, that's how I feel about frickin' Robotnik, though.
but holy crap, they didn't have the balls to make him the Joker.
That's
At
what
the time.
That's how I feel about Robotnik, and we've been on that road before.
He's a better. The problem with the Riddler is that he is not the Riddler in any like continuity of Batman in any way. He's his own Riddler,
Yeah.
and I just do not
God.
think honestly. Like he's a good Riddler, but he's not the Riddler. Like if somebody comes along,
Yeah.
he'll be replaced easily. They could have made him so many other villains. Hell, even Calendar Man would have been better. But you know,
He does make a good Batman villain.
I agree that he was more.
Batman.
I agree that he was more Jim Carrey than Riddler. At the same time, I'm kind of glad he did his own thing with it, like not the Riddler, but like just did something else, even if it was just him. But like at the end of the day, like it's not the last Riddler we're gonna get. We're even getting a new one. You know,
It's
and,
not. It's just
okay.
It's just the thing is you have to be honest is that he's not the Riddler. Like how Scarlett Johansson is not the Major
But even then, you
in
can still make
Ghost
the
in the
movie
Shell.
enjoyable, even if it isn't the character you're expecting it to be. If you do your own take on it, like
You
it's,
can.
as long as it's enjoyable at the end of the day, it doesn't have to meet your expectations. But if it blows you away, like, oh, this is different,
Oh
I
no,
like it.
most definitely you can, but you can't expect people to be like, yeah, that's the Riddler though. You can't expect them.
I get
Yeah.
where Chris is coming from, but ironically, I think my Jim Carrey experience is something that Chris disagreed with. So it's like I'm disagreeing with both of you at the same time. I had that issue with Robotnik.
See, I see where you're coming from. And you know what?
What?
I feel like I contested you. He isn't the greatest choice as Robotnik. I think he did a.
I think in
good
the
job.
sequel, I think maybe in the sequel he could prove himself.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting that same vibe that Mike just got. Like, I'm now agreeing and disagree. So
Yeah,
such a
because
weird
that's
feeling.
the problem with Jim Carrey is that like no
It's like
matter
now
what,
I'm
I
not
don't
even
get
agreeing with
angry.
my own statement before because like the Robotnik's a perfect example of that. Like I just don't agree with that either.
I just don't feel
It's
like
so
anybody
funny.
can agree when it comes to Jim Carrey though. There's
It's
always
all
gonna be someone.
yes or no. It's weird. Depends on the project.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that there was a controversy going on with him. I do really love him in Eternal Spotlight. I really love him in Truman
has-
Show.
there's a
Remember
lot.
that documentary I showed you on Netflix?
I love the
That-
documentary. I will say he's kind of a dick.
But
He is a dick, but it's a really interesting documentary.
I fucking love Man on the Moon. Man on the Moon is
I-
my favorite.
I have an unpopular opinion, and that's the documentary is better than the film itself.
I disagree.
I haven't watched Man on the Moon. I only watched the documentary.
I saw the film eventually, but like I saw the documentary first and then the film, but I was like I definitely enjoyed the documentary way more. It was just more interesting to me.
I watched the
know.
documentary first because Zach recommended it for Duckcast, but I enjoyed it without watching Man on the Moon.
I like them both actually.
I did like.
I just definitely got more out of the documentary more than the film itself.
Here's the thing: Andy Kaufman is like one of my.
Fantastic.
It's
Yeah, he's
perfect.
great. I love him.
I love Andy Kaufman.
Can I throw something out there?
Go on.
I really hate Doug Walker's review of that movie.
You did a review of that? What was the
Yeah. One of the sins of a reviewer is to not say what a movie should have done. You just live with what it is, and you critique that. And throughout his whole review, he goes, "Well, that's not what should have happened. Fuck it. No, it's it's how the movie. It's just I don't know. Doug's critiquing is stupid because his critiquing was just saying how."
I think Doug has said some
How
insightful
it
things
should've.
about movies, and I think he has said some dumb things about movies. I don't like his critique. This is a really weird one. I don't like his critique of the movie Hercules, because I think what he's critiquing is what makes it fun.
The Disney version?
Yeah, I like Hercules. I rewatched it recently.
You want to know something funny? I just recently watched it again.
Same. That's
After,
why.
after years.
Same.
I think I enjoyed it more when I was a kid. I'm not saying it's a bad film, but I've seen better Disney movies.
I really like how goofy it is, because I feel like a lot of the Disney movies, like especially the ones in the '90s, were I think their goal was make the characters look attractive. Not that they're I think Aladdin does that. Not that Aladdin's bad. I like Aladdin. I actually like Aladdin more than Hercules, but I love how goofy Hercules designed the characters, because the characters look so fucking silly and out there, and I really appreciate that.
I appreciate Hercules more as an adult. than
Personally,
I
I
did as a
think I do.
kid. actually like Hercules.
I think same, honestly.
Well, here's the problem with my take on Hercules is that Olivia loves Greek mythology. So now there's a little bit more of a... Hercules is one of those movies that once you know about Greek mythology, it only makes it better. Because of how they pussyfooted around some of the darker aspects of Hercules' actual story.
Oh yeah.
So like I think it's better off it's fun that Hercules is an abridged story.
It is.
Because you know.
It is kind of weird that like Hercules has become so associated with Greek mythology because that was not his name in the Greek myths.
It was Hercules, yes.
Hercules is his Roman name.
There's
Yeah,
just so
it's
much.
Greek character.
The animators had so much fun when they made Hercules.
Yeah.
I need to send a screenshot. There's like a part where the horse, because the horse doesn't like the romantic interest in that movie, and there was a point where she he's wearing a candle on its head, and she blows the fucking candle out, and he looks up at the candle so upset. I know that's such a specific thing to call out. Yeah, the Pegasus.
Well,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
hold on. One, Pegasus wasn't Hercules' horse, Heracles' horse, I'm sorry. And two, the horse doesn't have to worry. Hercules is gonna kill her anyways. So
Um,
you think I'm playing?
I don't.
But that's what happens in Greek mythology.
In Hercules 2, guess what happened?
That's what would have happened in the direct-to-video sequel that didn't come out.
Yeah.
The thing,
Oh no, it came out. It was Hercules Hero to Zero. It was the pilot for the TV show.
yeah, there was a TV show, and the TV show completely contradicts the movie because
It does.
Hercules and Hades just know each other in the series.
No, you know what I really love?
Because they had
Is
to
there was
include him in the series.
No, what I
Yes.
really love is something that nobody ever talks about, and it's that there is like a Batman v Superman crossover of Aladdin's animated series.
Yes, that's the only episode of the shows I ever watched. Like the Aladdin versus Hercules team up.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
so
that's all I
stupid.
saw. I did, like even before then, I didn't even know they each had a show for each other.
One thing that bothered me about Hercules, even when I was a kid, is they make a joke about like calling 911, but they use like the Roman numerals, and I'm like, but this is ancient Greece. Why would they use Roman numerals in ancient Greece?
Right? Holy shit, you're right. Right.
Lucky writers, lol.
They were just associating it with old. That's it.
I was about to be an asshole and be like, "That's what we call an anachronism," but you are 100% right.
I liked Lindsay Ellis's critique of Hercules. If we're talking critiques of Hercules,
I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember anything she said, unfortunately.
well, her point was kind of like the parts are greater than. It's a film that's less than the sum of its parts. Like all the parts kind of work, but they don't work together as a movie.
I mean, I feel like
Because it was a film they like the directors really wanted to make Treasure Planet, and they're like and Michael Eisner's like, okay, make this Hercules movie for us, and if it's a big hit, then you can make Treasure Planet. And so they tried so hard to make it appeal to everyone, and it kind of doesn't work.
yeah, I liked it. I mean, to be fair here though, I feel like everybody reviews Disney movies with like kid gloves though, to a degree.
Yeah, to be fair, I am not a big fan of Disney movies. Admittedly. There are ones I like. I won't immediately write off a Disney movie, but
I will today.
the ones I like are few and far between.
I like most of the 90 ones, honestly. Not all of them, but I like most of them. What'd you say?
I don't know who was talking. Somebody else was, so I'm gonna let them go.
No, you
I
go
was
ahead.
just saying, like, it's a classic. That's it.
Lion King's one of the best animated films ever made. Sorry.
See, I was brainwashed into loving Disney, so I really cannot. You think I am playing, but the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse theme song was my lullaby. I am not fucking playing. So when it comes to Disney,
I remember that theme song. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse every day.
no, not that. But
Wait, what?
Hold on.
there was a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse before that.
I want to hurt people.
Michael, I need to talk about the game and Michael's gameplay. Once you get onto the ledge you're trying to get on, go over to like the green pyramid thing. It's gonna help you out a lot.
He's right. Anyways, I completely
down
do love
there.
Disney.
Just wait for the 1 minute delay. And then
Yeah,
just
that-
maybe
that-
That one over there. That one,
Yeah.
yes. Go down and touch that. It's gonna help you a lot.
He's not playing. There we go.
good at the game, dude. It's not that hard. Just be good.
Yeah, get good. That's my other.
Hey,
advice.
Michael, it's almost as if I was correct about gameplay conveyance in Mario
I
64 and
fucking agreed with you 3 sessions ago.
oh man,
I'm been Mario 64 in this case. I think that is something most people figure out, and Michael's just stupid.
no, I am just milking this as much as I can because we had a whole let's play.
So, I like it.
Like,
And
I
I'm still
don't
mad.
agree with you, but in this case, it's just Michael.
No,
Really.
and I'm just mad that I missed a joke. Really, at the end of the day, so it has really nothing to do with my point. I'm just mad that I missed the carbohydrate.
Carbohydrates. What the fuck am I supposed to do now?
Just
Anyways,
learn.
I love Disney, but I feel like I don't like Disney now. Disney isn't what it used to be.
I don't like Disney
So
now.
fuck it.
Disney, honestly.
Honestly, I think they have put out some good movies. At least in the 2010s. I liked Wreck-It Ralph. I liked Zootopia.
I liked Zootopia. I wasn't all that big on Wreck-It Ralph.
I like. See, here's the thing: is I like those, but I still feel like Disney is too damn safe.
I don't
I
disagree.
disagree. Disney as a corporation is not a corporation I am a big fan of, but like I won't automatically write their stuff off just because it's Disney.
It's
Yeah.
just I grew up like my favorite movie, well, animated movie is Fantasia.
I'll have to see that again. I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
Yeah, I
barely
saw
remember
it and I
anything
was
from
like super bored by it.
I feel like
Yeah,
I can
I-
definitely appreciate
I don't-
like the style as an adult and everything. I just want to like rewatch it again.
Yeah, I
So
don't
bad.
think I'm old enough to appreciate it when I saw it.
Yeah, I appreciated the shit out of it when I saw it. I love the fuck out of it, and I love it so much that I own it on almost every medium except for like Betamax, I think.
Betamax.
Can I ask something a bit?
See what?
Can I ask you a bit selfish, even though I feel like it's already near the end of the conversation anyway, but just in case, like, can we just, like, move on to the conversation, not Fantasia, just because I just don't... Because I just haven't seen it yet. I just-
Yeah, we
Oh,
don't
we're
have to
not-
talk about it.
Yeah.
You can stop.
Okay.
Zach wants to
just-
see it.
Oh, what?
Zach wants to see it for himself, so yeah, we should stop talking
Oh.
about it.
I wasn't gonna spoil anything on it
But
because
you're,
that
like,
would be.
like, there's just... Yeah.
I was just
I
saying
wanna,
that
like-
Disney.
With that shit.
I was just saying Disney at one point was really, really good. Is what I'm trying to say.
I agree with that. I mean, a lot of their movies were just mind blown at the time because of what they were.
Yeah.
They were
To go
groundbreaking.
back to animated films and not do so much CGI. They could do it every now and then, like stuff like Frozen, but what... I really want 2D animated films again. Like, that's where the real effort comes in. I love that shit.
Yeah.
It depends on how you use the medium, right?
Yeah. I just feel like
Like CGI, you just get too many cutesy moments, too much of the time, not really appreciate the animation, and the
It's-
2D animation.
I get what you're saying. I
Like-
get what you're saying, but like,
God.
I still think there's good, like 3D animated, like Spider Verse. You know,
They're of course good for each. I'm just saying, like nowadays, we don't see 2D animated films that much nowadays, and I appreciate hand drawn stuff more.
I would like to see more 2D animated films.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the movies that didn't get a fair shake was actually Princess and the Frog.
I tried watching 5 or 10 minutes of that film and I got bored, but I haven't seen the whole thing yet.
Oh
I-
no, I am not defending this movie, even though I like it. I just don't think it got a fair shake.
Yeah, I watched it and I wasn't super into it, but there's good music, really good music.
I actually hate to say it, but I feel like if Disney didn't play it safe, I would have liked the movie a little better. I do like it, but I feel like Disney chose an era that they shouldn't have chose.
I might agree with that actually. They did play that one a little safe.
Yeah.
But I like the music. The music was really good. I like fucking Keith David's villain song.
Yeah.
It's Keith David. I'm gonna like him no matter what he does.
Like my problem is he's like the best part of the movie, and I feel like I honestly feel like this movie it could have been way better. They could have done a lot of stuff if it wasn't just it had to be a princess movie,
Yeah.
so they had to play it safe. But my God, Almost There is one of those songs that you're like, that's good and all. You forgot the biggest problem about it, but hey. What I'm saying is I feel like Disney just did it too safe. Sorry.
50 stars.
I wish you didn't have to pay this bot's Patreon just to like do rolls every like you have to wait every 2 or 3 hours just to roll and claim and shit. Like on servers you pay for and shit on their Patreon, you get to roll and claim every hour, like how it should be.
On what now?
This Mude bot thing.
I have no clue what that is. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, but only Matt knows.
It's the card game.
Yeah. It's weird.
I don't think I ever unlocked this floor before.
Server I play on has they pay their Patreon and stuff, so like you get all the other perks like the MK command, which gets you more Kakarot and shit daily.
I feel like a lot of like 90s Disney is like mostly fondly remembered because of nostalgia.
Definitely.
There are good ones. I love Beauty and the Beast. I love Aladdin. I love Lion King. But there's a couple I'm like, this doesn't hold up.
No, you are 100% correct.
I don't disagree,
Like I said,
but like I think
just because I love
Aladdin's
Disney
a
don't
good
mean I
time.
won't shit on it.
I think Aladdin's a good time. That's all I'll say. I don't think it's like a masterpiece. It's not an amazing movie, but I think it's a good time.
So
I think it's one of their better movies.
I think it's one of the better movies, but it's a movie that wouldn't exist if God damn it.
Thief and the Cobbler.
Did I say Aladdin? Wait, did I say Aladdin or Hercules?
Aladdin.
I meant to say Hercules.
Idiot.
I think Aladdin, if it wasn't for the genie, it wouldn't have been a good movie.
It was great.
The genie is the selling point.
Actually,
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I think we all agree.
Well, I mean, the movie was literally made around him. So
Michael, it's the other wall. No, the wall. You
no,
can
literally
see
the wall.
picture in the reflection.
Nostalgia Critics the wall? What?
You see how in the
Get
reflection
out of here.
painting of a snowman that isn't on the other side of the mirror. You see the painting that's in the mirror
I'm in the
and
level
not in
now.
the scene.
Yeah. Okay.
in the level now.
I will give you full credit for that one. That it does not make sense. I didn't get that when I was young.
Stupid.
I hate this game.
I think the greatest thing about this is that I never played Mario 64 as a kid, so I feel like I'm the critical asshole of me wouldn't feel the way I did if I did.
I played it on the DS and that was it.
I
And then
didn't even know it
when-
existed.
And when which version came out?
I didn't even know it existed until, like, high school.
I've told this story before, but when I was a kid, I was so used to like linear gameplay that after I got the first star on the first level, I'm like, all right, time to move on to level 2. And like, I could not figure out that you were supposed to collect multiple stars in the same level.
Because that was like a new thing, though, technically, at the time. It was a...
But yeah,
And handhold.
so linear gameplay, you beat the level, you go to the next level.
Well, see, actually, it's an argument that I have with this game that I haven't heard anybody else say. Mario 64 isn't, like, now it is, but it's not a good representation of what 3D Mario should be.
First step.
It is, but it's still it's not, but
Not
it makes sense.
I'm just like saying, like it's just a good first step. Like that's it.
But like, okay, so hear me out. Mechanically, this. So okay, mechanically, the 3D Mario series breaks away from Mario's mechanics regularly, and it's not that it's not a good game. It's just it's not technically Mario's game. You know what I mean? Because if you play classic Mario and then you come to this, there's different rules 100%. And it's good that it has that because it created a whole new genre. But it definitely is not what I would say would be a 3D Mario game. We had to wait until like 3D Land and or World before we got what I'd argue is what 3D Mario is, if you know what I mean. Because 3D Mario or Mario 64 has extra hit points. The power-ups don't last throughout the whole level. You know, they're timed. And that's kind of what made 3D Mario, but it's a dramatically different game than what people at the time were expecting. And it's because it's a whole new game, really. And it created a whole new genre. I'm sorry about that, Ran.
No, you're good.
Fuck.
Trying to figure out what to do.
I mean, anytime I say that to people, they're all like, so does that mean you don't like Mario 64? Absolutely not. It's just, you know, it's different than, you know, Mario, so.
Yeah. That's pretty reasonable, actually.
I mean, without it, I wouldn't have my favorite 3D platformer, so. Which is, I like Banjo-Kazooie a lot. And I also do love Galaxy. If this game played like Mario should, it wouldn't be a good game. At least I feel that way. We'll never know.
I think I'm ready to be done with it for the day. Does anyone want to hop on anything else?
I'll do something else with you, but it's...
Could do like New Horizons or something.
Not.
We could also... I am totally down to get on anything you... But it's also, like, late enough when we could just end the stream and, like, shoot the shit.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, I feel like it... Yeah.
Real quick,
Yeah.
Chris, would you want to play Scribble.io with us?
What is that?
It's like Pictionary. You
I
type
would.
the word that you think it is in the game's chat while someone else draws the thing.
I would totally love to do that, but I do have to get off, unfortunately.
I was thinking, fuck.
Well, thanks for coming on, Chris.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. What are you sorry for?
Good combination.
I enjoy talking to you, Chris. I do disagree with you sometimes, but I normally see where you're coming from on things, and I also agree with you like a ton. I just got killed. I agree with you like pretty frequently. Yeah.
Just as much as I love adding. Oh my god.
Okay, I'll keep it down.
Melanie, I have to get up tomorrow morning. Very early.
Anyway.
As much as I love to do conversation, and as much as I love to add somewhat of conflict, I also don't want to hurt people's feelings. So.
Yeah, no, you're a good man.
Okay.
I had a great time.
Yeah. Well,
I had
I
a good
will
time.
talk to you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. I gotta go do parent things.
Have a good one, man.
Talk to you later.
Let me know when you guys do the scribble thing next, though, because that sounds fun as hell.
I'll let you know.
Okay.